Hey guys. Hey, I'm sorry that I am late. I had some things I need to take care of. I need to take care of some things. So sorry, I wanted to get on at 9 o'clock and kind of want to walk around, like walk around the neighborhood, but I don't know if I will lose you guys because right now I'm getting Wi-Fi where I'm standing. Um, so I'm gonna wait for people to get in here because there's a lot I want to talk about. Hey, Valent, how you doing? Um, there's a thing I want to talk about. Um, so how you doing, Valent? Oh, just lost the light. Come on. It's dark. I lost all lights. But what the hell? Technical difficulties. There's one. So I'm gonna walk to the front of the house because I heard the cops going, the sirens going, and then they shut the sirens off roughly, sounds like about a block down. Good. Hope you are doing well. Are you going to Gary, Indiana? Um, that's still in a question mark. I might go if I get a vehicle, and if they still need my help at that point. But as far as living, no, I'm not going to go and live there because I need to stay close to my daughter. There's Dawn back. I've gone blind. Blinded by the light. I wish they didn't have I wish I could play music because I really like the music streams, talking, playing some 80s music in the background. But this fucking copyright bullshit. If you buy CDs, you should be able to play them. I don't get it. Another one of them things that I don't get. So, how's yours Dawn doing tonight? I have you guys on. I borrowed one of these sticks from my sister. It's kind of like sticks that you hold the. It's not the exact stick. It's not the stick that you would normally put on a phone and walk around with. It's one of these things that have this long curly wire to where you can bend it however you want to bend it, but the bottom actually holds on to like you put it on a desk in the corner of the desk and tighten it down. That's what I'm walking around with because I don't want to hold my phone this far up. So at least it gives me a little bit of not fucking light. I think I would rather when I do live streams like this, when it's done stuff, I'd rather just show the photo of myself, but I really don't feel like I'm connecting that way. Um, Believe me, I would love to do that because I don't like myself on camera. As many videos have I made since 2017. Yeah.
I'm neighbor across the street.
Yeah.
And you are?
Oh, I'm Pat Roberts. I'm Missy's brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what's going on, and I told Missy how to keep on the kids and stuff. There's ex-Marine.
What's going on?
Well, evidently there's a problem with your other brother.
Oh, yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, Steve. You're talking about Steve?
Roger.
Yeah. I'm on a live right now, so
I'll let you go.
I'll talk to you later, though. I'll come over and talk to you when I see you outside.
Yeah.
All right? Thanks for stopping by, though.
I just want to know what's over here, my man.
Yeah, no problem, man. That one on live, but oh well, it's out there now. Yeah, my other brother and my sister are not getting along now. So that's all I want to say. That's all I want to say about that. Anyways, that was kind of stupid, really, because my sister just left and I was out here. So, but all right, whatever. So, anyways, I don't know what I was even talking about. Did we freeze? Fucking light. Now I know what I was talking about. The damn lights in the photo. Would rather, if it's this dark and I'm gonna play with these damn lights all night long, switch it over to my photo. I'm waiting for more people to get in. What just happened tonight? Did you guys hear what happened tonight? In the world, and the Philippines. Oops, but hey, he's on alert. That's true. That's true. I mean, it's nice to have. It's nice to have somebody that's the neighbors are help watching. That's standing right in front of them. If I cut out, I was saying, I don't know anybody that's going to cause any trouble that's standing right in front of a 2-car garage with the lights on. But you're right, Don. He's on alert. And I've met the guy. I don't know. I mean, my sister's been here for quite a few years. I've met the guy quite a few times already. But I've gained weight, I guess, and I got a beard now, so. So, anyways, everybody must be at everybody else's live stream. The big guys. So I'm glad that you. Otherwise, I'd be talking to myself. Dear chat. Anyways, I'll just go ahead and talk to you guys. I was gonna wait till a bunch of people got in, but so let's see. It's 9:30 now. About an hour ago, or actually 3 hours ago, a 6.8, almost 6.9 earthquake hit Indonesia, and then an hour and a half later, the same, a 6.9, almost 7.0 hit the Philippines. So huge quake, three of them hit. Oh, you beat me to it, dearest Dawn. That was what I was gonna break information out about. Yeah, you're right on top of things, aren't you? Yeah. So the earthquakes. Sorry, I keep turning towards the light. I'm kind of watching the house while my sister's gone. She just ran to the store. So as soon as she gets back, I'm going to start walking around the the town a little bit. Um, what else? What else? What else? I covered a lot of stuff earlier. My earlier live stream that I was, it's like the same thing, the mask and stuff, but it's a little bit different now because I made, hopes of the whole V. I don't see too many masks being worn around here. Again, I'm outside gas station. Not went into any grocery stores around here yet, so that could be a different story. I mean, we do know that a lot of people don't wear them or shopping somewhere, so it's the obey thing is well. Um, okay, so my sister's back. I'm gonna turn this to my photo for right now, and then when I start getting a little ways away, because I'm gonna be walking away from Wi-Fi, so I'm not sure if it will cut out on me, and I kind of want to get it under the street lights a little bit. So I'm going to. I didn't hear Philippines, so. Were you watching Suso's channel, dear Stan? I was watching Dutch when they hit crazy. I got the info from Suso's channel. Suso, some guy on there. I don't know if it was news or another guy on YouTube that was giving the information. But that's where I got the info from. I'll take it as that. So now, there you go. There you go. Switch from Wi-Fi to my phone now. So as I was saying earlier, I heard the squad cars going, and then they stopped their sirens about a block away, a couple blocks away. But I don't see any lights. So now we're in town, walking the city blocks right now. It's too dark. Do you guys mind if I switch this over to a photo, or do you want to just catch me when I cross some light every once in a while? Um, Some channel that I all right, guys. I'm not gonna have any more troubles because I shut the Wi-Fi off and I'm running strictly off my phone. So, as I was saying, some of my favorite YouTube channels are, I like Richie from Boston. Like I said earlier, I don't believe everything he says, but I I've heard so many stories about him being like a shill or anything like that. I mean, I think we're past the point of shills. Um, I don't even like to hear that because nobody has proof somebody is a shill unless they're a big channel and there is actually proof that they have sold out, which I don't see that with Richie. But anyways, I like watching his streams. One of my favorites is a Dollar Vigilante. I like watching his streams. Hey, Bubbles. Um, okay, I've got a little bit of light. Nope, not enough, I guess. But um, I like Brian Staley's channel, um, Karen B. I like Flat Earth Fokker. He's got a good channel. Um, hmm. There's a lot of them actually. Uh, is the camera work? I could just imagine it's probably bouncing up and down. So I'll wait until I get into more light before. May not even get the light I need for this. So I watch him too. He's a bit over the top, but he has some good info. Which one? Richie from Boston. Hey, Des. Welcome. I will turn the camera on if I think we got enough light to do this. But right now I'm out walking around around town. I kind of wanted to show you some stuff, but I just don't think we're gonna have enough light for me to show you. And I'm sure you guys probably all seen it anyways. All these big ass posters and shit on the doors that um, that say social distancing and you must wear them face masks. There's I'm not gonna name any names, but somebody who's acquaintance of mine, he seems to think. I mean, he doesn't like to use the face mask. He doesn't like to wear it and stuff. But he thinks because McDonald's has a sign on the door that you have to wear a face mask, that to go in he has to put a face mask on. So he goes to the drive-thru all the time. And I said, just walk in there. You don't need a face mask. I'm telling you, just because they say you need a face mask doesn't mean that you need one. Um, the people that are just taking the orders, especially the people I know, and especially the ones that are awake to a point, how do they, if they're awake to a point, what pushes them to the point where they follow orders? don't know. We were talking. Okay, yep. Richie from Boston. Okay. We were talking earlier about our favorite. I was saying some of my favorite channels, and one of my one of my favorite channels is the Dollar Vigilante. He has a lot of great info, and what he talks about cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. They seem, the people who know about it seem to think that it's not going to. I mean, Dollar Vigilante, he's awake to all this stuff. He doesn't wear a mask and he doesn't follow orders, but he can see the dollar collapsing, um, and stuff like that. But he seems to think that the cryptocurrency is gonna, like Bitcoin and Chainlink and all this other stuff, is going to skyrocket and keep just getting uh, bigger and bigger. Well, he may be right. I just don't have that feeling like, um, yeah, it may make some money, but if the system's collapsing, wouldn't it all go down? That's just my thinking. Okay, I'll switch back to Cam. We have some light. We have a bar right here, and I don't see any. I don't see any mask thing on here, but I'll tell you, I went past one bar earlier, and they had a sign out there that, or they're on their marquee. They had a sign that said open until, or open at 3, only 10, only 10 allowed in at a time. Now, that's just crazy. You're trying to run. I don't know. How can people survive? How can these bars survive if they can only let so many people in? Oh, hey, Rashley. You're supposed to be sleeping, aren't you? Don't you have to work tonight? Blockchain too. I don't understand that stuff. I'm superstitious, and I feel if I do anything resembling gambling, then other people will lose. I should do a video on Link. Yeah, you should, but you know, I think there's a point where people get lucky, and I hope that people that invest in, um, like the friends who I have who are investing in this stuff, I wish them the best. God, I hope they get rich. But it's just my thinking is like, if things are going south, you would think everything's going to eventually go south. Um, I think I'm going to turn around. There's a cop sitting over there. I don't know. I'll even go by. Um, yes, and Pat, I work tonight. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you are spending time in the chat. Now, let's think happy thoughts. Let's get our energies really good. All right. We want high positive energies. Mm. You know, I think that really screwed me up doing that live earlier, because I really have nothing to talk about. Um, but you guys all heard about the earthquake? Yep. I'm sure you read it in chat now because Dear Stone put it in chat. 2 or 3 earthquakes happened just a few hours ago. And they're starting to pop off. We could be going home soon. This is a pretty old town. They got a lot of old buildings. I was actually looking at these buildings and looking at for mud flood type shit. And I've actually seen a couple around the block here. I believe it's around the block here that they have them window, or I think they're that way. That have the small windows kind of real low to the ground, like the mud flood type stuff. So I was walking around town looking at the buildings. There's a lot. Well, yeah, there's a lot of older buildings here. They have torn. I used to live in this town when I was a kid, and they used to have a lot of old buildings, but they have torn so much down. I guess you can't keep them forever. Cool, let's see the buildings. Okay. Let me see if... I don't know if I gotta go that way or that way, but let's see if I can find them. Yeah, it's this way. So, as I'm walking to find these buildings, you know what? You guys need to help me out. I have nothing to say. Nothing. How about Mandela effects? Should we talk Mandela effects? Our bodies are changing like crazy. If Texas Danny was here, he would at least fill us in with these earthquakes. He should be here. He should be filling us in on what's going on with these earthquakes. Hey, Paul. What do you guys? How do you guys feel about fracking? Do you guys want to make that stop, or do you guys think they should keep fracking? There's a question for you. I've been doing a lot of walking today. Guess that's good. That's funny. Here's a garage over here. That when I first started my painting business back in 1996, this building was the first outside building I painted. Well, it looks like shit now because 1996 to now. But the first interior I did was a beauty parlor. The inside of a beauty parlor. No fracking. Oklahoma. It fucked Oklahoma up. For concerning. Cool. Rationally says trying to win our bet. Of course, rationally. I'm telling you, I am gonna win it. Oh, here's the building, by the way. The garage. I don't know what it is now. Oh, it's still auto sales, but I don't see any cars out here. But this is the building that I painted first, and it goes like all the way down this way. It's really falling apart at this point. You know, it really needs to be painted again. And then, of course, there's the whole backside of it. But yeah, that was my very first job for my business. And over on the other side of the street is the American Legion, which looks. Oh, okay, there it is. I'm like, that fucking. It looks a lot smaller than what I remember. And next to this little building here, I don't know if you can see it. That little building. At first, I thought that was American Legion, but no, that's the American Legion next door. That's about right. That's the one I remember. Anyways, so um, across the street here, we have a nice big gravel parking lot. It used to be a hotel, bar, and restaurant. My step grandma used to own it, and she turned it into a strip joint. Then after that, it became like a rave bar, and then I believe after that they tore it down. But when I was little, my brothers and sisters and my dad and stepmom, I don't know what happened, but we had to move in with my step grandma in this hotel, and we were staying upstairs. They weren't really renting out the rooms as a hotel. They pretty much made a whole bunch of rooms into like a big apartment, and then they turned some other rooms into little apartments and stuff. And we were staying there for a little bit, and I was about 8 years old, and I remember sneaking down the stairs and catching me a peek or two. Yeah, I liked what I saw, but um, preparing you for oxygen masks. Lots of quakes. Told you years ago. Laugh out, it looks great. Four hot spot Billings. Okay, so alright, so where the fuck are the Billings? Looks like I gotta walk further down. I shouldn't have put a sweatshirt on. It was cool out here, but now that I'm walking, it's getting hot, and I got a sweater on. So, California started mobile strip clubs. The girls dance in these glass boxes on wheels. They're calling it innovative. Oh my god! Are you serious? When did they start doing that? Is that because of the V, or did they start it before the V started? I was watching a video today on um, I hate to turn down this block and not be down there. If I don't find them tonight, especially Dez, If I don't find them tonight, I will make a video of them tomorrow during the day and send it to you. I don't think it's any further down there because there's not really too many that starts houses down there. So I'm going to turn around, go back here, but there's a cop there. Fuck it. Might as well keep going because you see me. What the fuck are you shining a light at me for?
Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
good. What's going on?
I'd like to tell you in a second, but my hearing's bad.
Yeah. Cops.
My name's John Studi. I'm with the Colby Abbey PD.
Yeah.
Corona, it's okay, I get it.
Oh, I would have shook
Yeah,
your
it's
hand,
all
but I
right.
thought you were afraid of me.
No. So, a little bit ago, there was people called in like a fight or a disturbance. They heard yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, did you hear anything outside or anything like that?
No, I heard your guys' sirens earlier, and I was
Yeah.
on the other side of town by my sister, by my sister's house. So I didn't know where you guys went with the sirens.
Sure. Were you walking around in this general block area?
Over by the bar.
Okay, the reason I say that is I'm looking, allegedly, I don't have hard facts on anything,
Yeah.
but they told me I'm looking for a Hispanic gentleman wearing a dark colored shirt, and like high waters or like capris.
Mm-hmm.
The only person I can see in the area is you with a bear shirt, and I know you're wearing shorts, but
Yeah.
I could see how someone would mistake them for like short pants.
Well, I'll tell you, how long ago was this?
Probably 15, 20 minutes. It was within the
Okay.
last maybe 5 to 10.
I've been doing a live video on YouTube for 37 minutes now.
Okay.
If you want to take a look at it.
No, I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
What are we videotaping?
I run a YouTube channel.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and I'm not really videotaping anything. I'm just talking while.
No kidding. So
Yeah.
we're both famous right now?
Well, they don't have you on. I don't have you on
Oh.
camera, but they can hear you.
Well, good. All right. Then I guess we'll keep a lookout.
Yeah.
So what's your channel called?
It's Pat Roberts, Our New Timeline.
Okay. I'm not a big YouTube guy.
I usually
I'll have
talk
to look into
Mandela effects, but
it. Okay.
but since the COVID thing is happening, been
Right.
talking a lot of COVID.
So. All right. Well,
But I haven't seen a Mexican with shorts or anything. I haven't seen anybody walking around.
okay. Hopefully we get some more followers. All right.
All right.
Keep at it.
Thanks
Take care,
a lot.
man.
Yeah, have a good day. Hey Chappelle. Hey Brenda. See, that's why you people should not be sitting in other people's streams. You should be in my stream because anything and everything will happen to me, especially if I'm doing a live. So, did you see him try to pin me as the Mexican because I'm wearing the same color shirt and shorts? Jesus Christ, fucking cops. Let's not do my job. Let's just, hey, he's the only guy walking around. Let's just take him in. Thank God I'm doing a live. He did. I'm going to turn around for a second because they're over there. As he said, oh, am I famous now or whatever? That's when he kind of looked at my screen to see if oh, I believe you, but he looked to see how many minutes I was running. I don't know a good fucking cop, I'm telling you. Ha ha ha. Oh, you're wearing the same sort of short. Jeez, I got shorts on. Oh my God. Do I look Mexican to you guys? You fit the loud. Damn, Pat, I'm glad they didn't think that was you and arrest you. I'll tell you, they would have kept talking to me if I didn't have this live going, because it says exactly how many minutes I've been on the live. And that's why I asked him first before I said how long I've been doing it. I wanted him to give me a number so I could say, yeah, that number don't match up with what I got here. Because he seriously was looking at me. Well, you're the only guy, and you do have a dark shirt on, and you do have shorts on. I felt like saying, but do I look fucking Mexican? Actually, rationally, he's called me a Mexican before. Funny. The only reason she's called me a Mexican before is because my height, when we shift, my height changes. And I'm short Pat and tall Pat. So when I'm short Pat, she calls me Mexican. I thought loud, not that Hispanic. Yeah. Patrick, you should have said tag. You're on YouTube right now watching me. Now I feel like this guy I watch. His name's Josh. Accountability for All, and he goes around and he messes with cops, because he's trying to protect people's First Amendment and stuff like that, and so he pretty much pushes cops to the limit to see if they're gonna break his rights. He's actually kind of funny to watch sometimes, but he really lays into cops. But anyways, I learned a few things from him, actually. Um, like I really didn't have to answer any of that cop's questions, but we all know how that would have went if I wouldn't have said anything. um, no, speaking English, yeah, that's what I just said. Hey, me speaking no English. That's funny. So I don't know. It's 10. It's really not that late to be walking around. I don't think. It is a small town, so maybe they're not used to somebody with this big channel walking around doing YouTube videos. But he was nice. He was nice, but I have a feeling that if I wasn't running the live, I think I would have been questioned a little bit more, because I did fit their description, except for me being Mexican. My clothes fit the description, but my race does not. This is a good thing it wasn't a stabbing or something like that, because they had guns out at me. I mean, I knew something was up as soon as they shined a flashlight across. They were like way down and across the street, and they were shining a flashlight my way. I knew something was up. Oh boy, here we go. What happened that I might get blamed for? So we just made this night interesting now, didn't we? I think I'll forget the um, mud flood buildings for now, and just walk back to my sister's, and just I'll do the rest of the live from there. Hey, Creek Mary, good to see you. Rashley. Oh, Rashley's leaving. All right, bye, Rash. Okay, gotta get ready for work and let Bambi out. Talk to you later, guys. Nice to see you all. Adios, Rash. Chappelle, I want to I don't know if I thanked you yet on your on your donation. Chappelle has donated to me, um, but I know I mentioned it earlier in my stream, or not earlier, the last stream, that through PayPal I have set up a friends pool or pool friends type thing. It's a thing where you can set it up and you can pick um, you can pick what what you're saving for, a car, boat, vacation, haircut, whatever, and then you put the amount that you are trying to get. And so I set that up, and that link I did put it in this stream. So if you guys can help out, um, go ahead and help me out. I would appreciate it. And my PayPal link's in there too. But if you donated to the link that the car that I'm trying to get a vehicle, that money I can't spend. That money stays right in that account. So, and I prefer it that way. But I did, when I first set it up, I set it up for a $3,000 used car, which I think may have found one for 1,800. So I'll be chopping that down to 1,800 if the guy didn't come by tonight, because we were out fishing and he was supposed to come because they went out fishing too, and he was supposed to come after he was done fishing, but I guess it got too late. So I will see the car tomorrow and go over it and everything. But it's a 2008 Ford 2008 Ford Escape. Yeah, 2008 Ford Escape for 1,800. The guy is friends with my niece and my niece's boyfriend and my sister. They've been friends for many years, so they all trust him. So I trust him that he wouldn't lie to me about what if anything's wrong with the vehicle. I guess they did a rebuilt transmission um, 3 years ago and a rebuilt engine 5 years ago. So the car, I believe, is good to go. It's a pretty good price. So that's enough with that. So I should have had the camera turned around because like 5 squad cars just went by me. But I'm gonna head back to my sister's because if anything else goes wrong in this town, I don't want to be on the streets. It's already a small town. It's already I'm the only one walking around, and I swear, I just you guys heard the questions. I swear, I feel if I was not running this live, I don't think the questions were gonna stop there, because he was pretty much trying to fit me into that category. And officer, if you're watching, because I'm not Mexican, I don't even look Mexican, but still watch my channel though, and donate it if you can for your wrong mishap there. A bad night to be a Mexican in shorts, short pants. I know. And I just happened to put the sweater on because it was cool tonight, and it's a dark sweater. It's the Chicago Bear sweater. I just happened to throw it on, but I am sweating my ass off because I've been walking around now. But Jesus Christ, just think if I had to took my sweater off because I was because I was hot, they would have thought I was trying to hide my dark sweater. I swear, really, honestly, I bet. I could, not only that, I had something else I was thinking about, but I forgot. Something else that I don't know. I just don't think it was cool. I mean, the other thing is when they shine the flashlight over toward me, at that point, I made sure that I didn't make any fast moves because, I mean, I want to go home, but I don't want to go home that fast, um, and not that way. And anybody who's watching this that doesn't know what I meant by going home is going home back with Jesus Christ and God. That's what I mean by going back home. Okay. All right. I'm leaving the town area. It's going to start getting dark. You probably probably won't see my face. I might just, at that point, I'll probably just switch it over to my photo. Did he try to shake your hand? Actually, I put my hand out to shake it, and he didn't shake it. So I pulled my hand back, and then he said, "Oh, COVID and everything." So at that time I took it as um, that he was trying to protect me or something, and I said to him, "You don't have to." I don't remember what I said to him. Something like, "You don't have to protect me. I'll shake your hand," something like that. But no, he didn't shake my hand. You'll never take me alive, Copper. Patrick always get into the fetal position. you know, I've got cops crawling up my ass and I didn't even do anything. Like, okay, when I'm trying to start trouble or trying to wake the sheeple up, like at Walmart, and put obey over my mouth, and the cops get called on me, that's one thing. But the cops walking up to me on the street, you know, trying to, literally trying to pin me for the guy they're looking for because I'm the only one on the street at the time. Why would I don't understand why I would be walking around on the street if I'm done something wrong and I'm running from the cops. I wouldn't be just walking around. I don't. But you never know. We're on Orion, so who knows? But and I'm not Mexican. I just don't get it. I don't even look Mexican. Did he not say he was looking for a Mexican? But I'm wearing a dark shirt. Well, you're wearing a dark shirt and you have shorts on, so you fit the description. If that's how you guys do your work here, I would never live in this town. There's probably a lot of innocent people in jail. Ugh. We need Starbucks. Oh, coffee does sound good, don't it? I don't know about that expensive Starbucks, but I could go for a good cup of coffee. Creek Mary says, I'll just imagine a short Hispanic man. In my, this is the cop. In my eyes, I see nothing but Mexican. Chappelle, Don, yeah, I'd rob a Starbucks for him. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did end with Caprice. I should have said, what do you mean Caprice? These ain't Caprice. These are Dickies. What do we got here? Is this a bank? No, I'm not going to do anything like that. The bank's across the street. But I'm going to sit on the bench for a second. For a small town, they sure do have a lot of traffic. I sure miss being, who pretty much all you guys were in my live earlier, and where I was at earlier. Way the hell out in the country, around nobody. This is another reason that I want to get away from the sheeple and away from. Oh, and by the way, that cop he didn't have a mask on. Are they supposed to be wearing masks? All policemen and stuff? I mean, I don't care. I'd rather him not have a mask on, because you guys all know my feelings on masks. But so I will say I'm proud of him for not wearing a mask. I had an ice mocha, no whip, light ice. Hey, Martha. Lean like a cholo. Hey, so the drunk car. That guy, girl, whoever. There's like this little road sign in the middle of the road, like in the middle lane. They damn near took that out. I remember your first video when we were in the 24/7 pageant. Do you remember it? It should still be up. I would have to go. I don't remember it. I would have to go back and watch it, and I'm spaced out. So, it's been a while. Did somebody say that there was another earthquake? There's been three of them tonight. Was there another one? Did somebody say when we were talking about earthquakes earlier? Creek Mary's dozing off. Hey, Creek Mary, did you guys do a garden this year? What town are you in, Patrick? I am in, this is Colby, Wisconsin. I remember Patrick dozing off. Oh, yeah. That wasn't my first live stream, but that was one of them. Yeah, I was like sick, and I wasn't feeling good. And but I was doing my lives every morning at the same time, and I was on a roll, and I would have felt bad if I couldn't do my live. So I started the live, and I said, "Listen, guys, I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna go lay down. You guys talk amongst yourselves." And when I woke up, like hours and hours later, the live was actually still going, and or wasn't it? No, I think it was still going. But yeah, that was funny. I never watched that whole thing all the way through either, so I have no idea what you guys were talking about throughout that whole thing. The only thing I do remember you guys talking about is me snoring, and I was my bedroom where I was doing the live was like in the dining room, and my bedroom was pretty much off a little bit, so when I was snoring pretty loud, if you guys could hear me. Oh, the Campfire Live. Yeah, that was. Yeah. Um, you know what? When I first started doing the lives, I didn't want to do them. Like a lot of you guys already know this story. Um, I was 2016 was when I fully woke up to the Mandela effect, and all the way up to 2017, it was towards the end of 2017. I mean, throughout that whole year, I was constantly being bugged. I felt like being pushed to start doing live videos, and I don't like my face. Didn't like my face being on a live video. I've never done them before, so I was very. I didn't want to do them, but this inkling, this something, just kept saying you got to start doing your lives, and or start doing live streams, or making videos. It didn't say live streams, just you got to start doing videos. And I'm just like, oh, man, I don't want to do this. And if you go back and watch my earlier videos, you could probably see how hesitant I was and nervous of doing the videos. I've probably gotten a little bit used to it. I still don't like the fact that my photo is everywhere, but at this point, I could care less about who may not like me, or whatever. I really don't care. Um, I know where I belong in this. Not I don't belong in this world. That's one. I belong right next to Jesus Christ as one of God's warriors. That's where I belong. Um, but hey, Rick, how's it going? Yo, fuck you, Don. How's it going? Follow your gut feeling. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about this is back. This was back before I started any videos, if that's what you're talking about. But as you guys see me as the time goes on, I started doing them because only for the fact that I was dealing with you guys. You guys always made me feel comfortable and shit, and so people are really nosy in small towns. I'm telling you, but I'm gonna in a second. I'm gonna start walking again. But yeah, I mean, I really missed the days when we were running the 24/7 Mandela Effect channels. We had a bunch of us doing them, and I do miss them days because we had a lot of fun back then. Not saying that we're not having a lot of fun now, but there there's I mean, we're not really having a lot of fun now, are we? Because there's just so much shit that just keeps coming at us right now. But back in the day, it seems like we started at the right time to be where we are now. All of us, everybody in here has made videos, and and have been doing them for a while. So it's not like um, it's not like when we first started, when we all were getting along. We were all having fun with it. We kind of lost that a little bit along the way, but we stuck together. I mean, we've stuck together, and I've been doing them almost 3 years now. So, and I have no regrets. I have no regrets of any of the videos I did. I have no regrets, and I feel that uh, although I may be getting to the point where I feel like this is winding down because of the things that are coming at us so fast now. we'll a lot of us will never lose contact with each other. We'll always be brothers and sisters, and that means a lot to me, because I mean, I love you guys, I really do. If you guys were sitting right here next to me, and whoops, if you guys were sitting right here next to me, and something were to happen, I would jump in and protect you or whatever. No problem. No questions asked. Now, would I do that for any average Joe? Probably. Depends. I don't know. I'd think about it before I did it. I more than likely would probably do it. But with you guys, I wouldn't think at all. I just do. So I really appreciate you guys. And you guys coming, all you guys that are in here now have been following me for a while now. So I appreciate it. And it's all been through the good times and the bad times. Should we sing that song? Hey, hey, knock me down. I don't know the words to it. And I get right back up. Who sings that? Who sings that? Who sings that, guys? Knock me down. Forget it. Oh, thanks, Bubbles. I think we are all where we are supposed to be. Yeah, I truly believe that too. Hi, Chloe. Hey, Chloe. Where have you been? Let's see. I'm just going back to see if I missed anybody's. Chappelle says it's a new beginning. Mm-hmm. Fuck you, then. New fun for new times. Yeah, I agree. It was good support for new people. Yeah, I agree. Creek Mary. Martha, I'm ready. Oh, she's talking about a fuck you then. You just might. Fuck you then. You just might meet Jesus sooner than later. Oh, I would love to meet Jesus. Yeah, you guys ever think about if the day ever came to where if you ever met Jesus, what would you say to him? What would you say to him? I kind of know what I would say, but I'm not going to say it to you guys. I want to hear what you guys would say to him. Skip the haters. Yes, fuck you. Brenda says, love you all. Chloe, working, buddy. Working, eh? Is you working and making some bacon? Jump up, and get down, jump around. Thanks, Brenda Mitchell. Love you. Love to you. I would say thanks. I love you at Petrovers. I would say thanks. I love you at Petrovers. I love you too, Martha. Bubbles, I love you and appreciate you giving me the opportunity to experience love in my heart. True unconditional love. Oh, yes, that's a good one, actually, Bubbles. I love you and appreciate you giving me the opportunity to experience love in my heart, true unconditional love. So you'd say that to Jesus. That's good. That's good. Jesus is our brother. Yep. Anybody else want to weigh in on this before I say what I would say to him? Chloe Wayne's World. Creek Mary probably cry. Martha, to Jesus, but love you too much. There was a second there I forgot that I asked you guys that question. Okay, so I would probably say to him that I don't know. I would probably say to him, it's an honor to be fighting right next to you. That's probably what I would say. And you are my king. You are my king, and it's my honor to fight next to you. So let's get this fight done and won, and let's go see our Father. I would ask Jesus for a piggyback ride. You know, that might be fun because Jesus probably can fly and everything. So, yeah, I can imagine if you're on the back of his back, he would be like a Superman and take you for a nice ride like Superman and Lois Lane. Yeah, yeah. I agree, dearest Don. That I would have to fit that in there somewhere also. I need a hug instantly, you know. But I think if you were standing right next to Jesus, I mean, we all feel his love now, but I could just imagine if you're next to Jesus, you could probably feel that love just um, soak right into you. Haha, good one. Left my ass off. He would give you one. He sure would. Hug from Patrick, too. All right, I'm going to get up and start walking again because I don't want anything else going wrong in this town while I'm walking around. Anyways, I want to go back to that. Did he say that there was an argument? Was there? It was just an argument with some screaming, or what? Or did the Mexican do something serious? I really wasn't listening to everything he said because I don't know. I tend to really not listen to anybody in charge or authority, I should say. I've never liked authority figures. I probably never will. Um, I'd ask Jesus, did I do okay? That's a good one, Chappelle. But you would already know that because you're standing in front of him. I think Creek Mary says, I think whatever the bad it is, Hope to keep you sleepy like you were because of the firecracker you are now. Yeah. Okay. Brenda, I would say to Jesus, take me home. But Brent, um, yeah, okay, I get you. Because I'm thinking if we see him, um, we're already home with him. But you're talking about further home, like with God. He would say, "Of course you did, Chappelle." Dearest Dawn, yes. Um, just an argument, he said. Oh, yeah. Okay, just an argument. So, and just an argument. Nothing. Nobody got hit. Nobody got beat. It was just an argument. So why would the cops chase a person down in the streets, especially if they don't look Mexican, and ask questions like that if it was just over an argument? I mean, do they actually take people to the police station and book them for an argument now? I bet I bet it. Hope you wouldn't become what you are. You're making me cry, brother. Tears of love and homesickness. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, it's like we want to. I mean, like I said earlier, I want to go home, but I don't want to get shot by a cop to go home. I'd rather do it. I'd rather do it fighting spiritually or taking on the elite or something like that. I don't want to just be walking along the street and a cop take me out. I don't want that. I don't want to go that way. Martha says I would call number, and every week some old man would randomly call bingo and everyone would laugh. Brenda Dawn, dearest Dawn, not here. They don't laugh out loud, lazy cops. Creek Mary, it was probably just an excuse to check you out. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they probably already talked to him and everything. But I don't know. That whole thing was a little off because he literally had to walk 2 blocks or so to get to me. And you know how they have them real strong flashlights. You guys can't see me anymore, so they have them strong flashlights. And when I seen that thing shine my way, I was like, fuck. I knew they were fucking gonna come over here. And then he asked me, were you walking over in that area? Actually, I didn't make it quite to where they were. Remember, I turned around. I was in front of the bar, and I'm like, oh, the cops are down there. I'm going to turn around and walk away. And I did, and I still ran into him. Jeez. I went around the whole damn block, and I come around and still ran into him. Oh, my God. It's probably just Brenda. Yes, Shappy, it always strikes me right in the heart. A shooting star. Brenda, think positive, Patrick. It's good to have the police around. Town keeps you safe, though. Mm, not really. Mm. I guess if you're in a big city, but I think I don't know. I really don't trust them. Honestly, I don't trust cops anymore. Um, Not that I trusted them before, but I mean, I bet you I had more trust for them before than I do now. Say the Starlink is going to be visible tonight. Say the Starlink is going to be visible tonight. Okay. The Starlink is going to be visible tonight. The stars are really out here. They're really out. If I get into, well, actually, I need to get away from light probably to show you guys. I don't think the stars would show up anyways. Yes, the police probably scared the Mexican away. Yeah, the Mexican probably had a warrant out for him. Maybe that's why he ran. Be right back, y'all. Okay, Martha. Oh, I should ask Martha before she left. Does anybody want to come on live? I can bring somebody on. I can bring a couple people on if any of you guys want to talk. I think I remember how to do it. I brought Martha on one time. We were having a little problems at first, but I think that's because Martha's Wi-Fi wasn't very good at work. Chappelle, Dawn, what's this? Oh, Brenda. You guys are all talking to yourself. Okay, that's cool. I'll just keep walking. Fuck you, then. Wish you were here to share cheesy bread and wings, Mountain Dew. I'll take the wings. That sounds good. But the bread I can do without, and the Mountain Dew, I don't like Mountain Dew. I like water or iced tea, coffee. Creek Mary, if it's a small town, maybe you'll eventually be known as the guy who walks around doing his YouTube channel. It's a small town. These people around here aren't going to have that kind of time to get to know me because I don't plan on staying in this town. Chappelle, I don't trust the Elon dude. Elon Musk? Brenda Shopping. Elon is a... Fuck you then. Salt and pepper wings? No, you gotta have buffalo wings or just hot wings or spicy wings. I'm a spicy fanatic. Dearest Dawn, Elon's odd for sure. I think he's in science experiment. Yeah, he could be. Rick, I will come on, Patrick, if you want. Drop the link. Okay, give me a second. Wait till I'm almost to the house, and when I get into the garage, I will set it up. Send you a link there, Rick. Okay. And we'll have some light. Excuse me, my hiccups. Actually, let me think. He gets paid a lot of money to float garbage in the sky. Yeah. Brenda says, Rick, yeah, go on. Yes, we will get Rick on here. Brenda Shappy, it's all fake. Yep. Now hurry. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to. I gotta get this link here, so give me a second. Nope, wrong one. Oops, damn it. Copy to clip. Okay. All right. Now, more post comment. There you go. How's that? Let's see if that works. I tell you, people are nosy as hell around here. I mean, slow down anymore, and you'll damn near stop. Be right, Brenda said, be right back. Okay, Brenda. Now we have a vehicle that just stops in the. I tell you, this place is fucking weird. Okay, I think I got some light now. Guest. Oops. Damn it. Oh, sorry about that, Rick. Try it again. That was my fault. I lost Rick. I was trying to bring him on, and I clicked the wrong button, and he disappeared. So I'll wait for him to come back. And he probably can't hear me because he's trying to get on, so. Okay, he's back. So, guest. Rick. Add to stream.
Oh,
Hey, Rick.
how you doing?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good. Hi. Hold on. There's a vehicle going by. I gotta get myself into the garage, so it's nice and quiet. So, how you doing, Rick?
Hanging in there. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I spent today, um, my mom's in a rehabilitation center. And,
Oh.
yeah, her insurance is running out. Like, they're, right now, they're up to 20 days, it was for free. And, they haven't said nothing about discharging her, but after the 20 days, it was $170 a day for a copay, and they have yet to say anything to her about whether they're discharging her or whether they're charging her. They have yet to tell either one of us. Now, one lady had called me like it was like her social worker at the place, and she said how her 20 days was coming up, and that after that we were going to have to pay, but that she would talk to the administrator about getting the co fee waived. and she's never gotten back with me. This lady's never gotten back with me. They haven't said nothing to my mom about what's going on with her case. You know, if they're how she's progressing or anything. You know, and it's just it's strange. So what we were trying to get her a secondary insurance, and here the secondary insurance any insurance that we can get like right now will not there will the deductible will still be the same. Nothing will cover that.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of like up in the air what's going on and how we're going to pay for this if she has to stay any longer, you know.
Did you say you were able to get in there to see her?
No, we weren't able to get in to see her. And check this out, before she went in, right, when she was in the hospital, before she went into the rehabilitation center, they said that the place they were sending her didn't have nobody with COVID. And after she went there the first day, they called me and said that there was like four patients tested positive with COVID, and like one person that worked there um, tested positive for it too. Ain't that screwed up?
Yeah. Yeah.
They literally they told me at the hospital, oh no, it's safe, it's safe. I should have known better, but at the time, you know, I wasn't thinking of that. You know,
So they're not letting anybody in there to any of her relatives in there to see her.
only if that person is on hospice and is about to die, then they'll let somebody come in and see. That's the only way you're getting in. Yo, and trust me, I tried everything. I tried every angle I could to get at these people about because I wanted to see the condition that my mom was staying in. You know, I just don't want my mom going somewhere I don't know what the
Oh,
place looks like. You know, inside. I want to check that out. I want to know that. You know,
most definitely.
and yeah, I was unable to.
Hmm.
Well,
What state do you live in?
Pennsylvania. Live in Philly. Grew up in Philly.
Man, I'm
Lived
sorry.
here my whole life.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, live and die in Philly, man.
No, not about Philly. I'm sorry to hear about your mom.
Oh yeah. Well, that's not even the worst of it, man. The worst of it is she's in the same boat as Soto Helix. She's got stage 4 cancer too, and
Um,
that's another reason why I wanted to get in secondary insurance because they're telling me for she's just receiving radiation, and the day that she received, even though Bodo isn't receiving nothing, he's got the power of prayer. But what was I saying? Now, my mom was just receiving the radiation, and the day that she received it, she felt great the day afterwards. Now she's got a lump in her neck, and the lump went down considerably when she had just one dose of this radiation therapy. So she wants to receive it again. Now they're telling me it's $1,500 for a visit. That's all her insurance will cover 80% of it, and she has to pay the other 20%, which is $1,500.
that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
Yeah. I'm more worried about you not being able to see her. I don't know how in the world people that I don't get how these hospitals can be that mean to not let their family members see.
Right. Well, she's gonna be getting out soon. I mean, I can't see this place keeping her much longer because they're not gonna be receiving their copay anyway from us. I guess they don't care about that as long as they get paid the 80% from the insurance company, all right? Now that I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But she should be getting out soon. I mean, she's not committed anywhere. You know what I mean? She's in the reason why she's in a rehabilitation center is because when she first went into the hospital, because she was anemic, her hemoglobin was through, I mean, not anemic, her hemoglobin was through the roof. Her blood was real thick. She needed to have a blood transfusion. But that's when they found out that she had, that's when we found out that she was in stage 4 cancer. And, you know, what to do. And that's when, you know, she had received her first chemo treatment in there. But for the 3 weeks that she was in there, she didn't get out of bed. So she had to go to the rehabilitation center to learn how to walk again and build her strength up. That's the only reason she went into the rehab, and she's back to walking now. So she should be getting out of the bed.
Yeah. Did you guys by any chance get on that?
Did we get what?
A second opinion on the
The cancer? No. What is that? You
What?
hear that feedback? Is that me?
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, but did you hear that feedback?
Yeah, I hear it.
You still hear it?
No.
That's weird.
You know, I was just, it was just a question. I was just wondering if you guys got a second opinion before she started any of the chemo or anything like that.
No, we went, you know, it hit us. We were in such shock. You know, it was like we didn't really know what to do, you know,
Right.
and how things were. Like when we found out, I think she was laying in, she was in the hospital for like, I don't know, I'd say like 4 days when we found out. And like when we found out, she, first of all, she had to have blood transfusions for a couple of days because she had what they said was an ulcer growing and an ulcer growing on a mass that was growing in her stomach. See, they found 3 lumps of cancer. One was in her neck, one's like in her chest by her lungs, and one's in her stomach. And the ulcer that was in her stomach, that one was bleeding. So she was bleeding in her stomach, and we didn't know it. And like that's what that's what made her go into the hospital because she just like fainted, and we called the ambulance on her, and you know took her to the hospital, and that's when we found out her hemoglobin was through the roof. And so she needed transfusions. And when she was getting the transfusions, there was days where she didn't know who she was. Like she didn't know who I was. Like she couldn't put together um, like a 4-word sentence. We would ask her a question, and she would freeze on answering it, and then we would get like a yes or no out of her, and that was it. And then there was even times where while she was thinking about the answer, she would forget about what we asked her. Like she was out of it. That happened like twice. But it was just you know. So the chemo, the radiation was just, a dire thing. Like, yeah, to do it because at the time they were talking about just sending her home and letting her do hospice.
Mm-hmm.
keeping her comfortable and letting her do hospice. That's what they were saying. And I was like, I'm not going to bring my mom home to bleed out. You got to be crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was like shocked that they said that, but I said no. Let's try the radiation. And when she did, like I said, she took it, and the next day she was tremendous. It was like she was. It was like her 20 years ago. You know, it was wild. But then the next day she didn't feel that good, but she was still herself.
Brenda Mitchell says, yeah, they want everyone to take radiation because they get lots of money for it.
Yeah.
They
And
get,
it is poison, though. It is poison to the human body.
Mhm.
And that's the part that's really ironic. Like they want my mom to pay $1,500 so they can poison her. Yeah, it's killing the cancer, but it's poisoning her too. Like,
Mhm.
and the hospitals get so much money for the insurance. So why not just let the person go for the 1,500 to 20%? It's politics. It's all fucked up. But I don't even want to get into that. I guess.
yeah, no, I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through. And I think we're going to pause for a second, right? And we're going to say a prayer for your mom, everybody in the chat to join in. Dear Lord, take care of Rick's mom, take this cancer out. Give him a few more years with his ma. So, amen. I'm not very good at praying, but
Yeah, he says to keep your prayers short. So they do say.
yeah, I'm sure he's
He
quite a few.
What was that?
I said, yeah, he's probably listening to quite a few at this point. So yeah, I would imagine he.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I pray by myself, I get a little winded sometimes because nobody's like listening to me and watch me. And yeah, I need to get
just keep on going.
To the point. So how is everything going with you other than that bad situation there?
I mean, I don't know if you heard when I was on Brian's show. I called in Brian's show a couple of times, but I've been assaulted 2 times for not wearing a mask here in Philly. The one time,
Really? Assaulted?
yeah, the first time. I'll tell you the story, and I'll tell the crowd the story. The first time was I walked in, like I haven't been wearing a mask. I say this is going into like 3-4 months now. I haven't been wearing a mask. Like for the first month, I was wearing a bandana when I had to, but when I was asked to put on something. But all right, this was about, I'd say, 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. I walked into a Dunkin' Donuts and without a mask, and a Dunkin' Donuts that I'd been in before and got served without a mask, and the lady, the manager, which I think she was the manager, said, you need a mask. And I said, I'm medically exempt. And it don't matter. She says, it don't matter. Use the window. And I didn't hear her say use the window, but I said, it does matter. I said, I'm medically exempt. And she was like, no, it don't matter. Use the window. And I said, oh, there's a window. So I left. As I was leaving, I said again, it does matter. You know, I'm medically exempt. So I walked around to the window, and mind you, there was like four people behind the counter. They all had their masks on, but they were pulled down around the chin. And I walked down, I walked around, and the cashier at the window pulls her mask up and waits on me. And, you know, I tell her what I want. And I say, how come she wasn't wearing a mask? It clicked into my head that the girl that said, you got to wear a mask wasn't wearing it either. She had it down around her chin. And she's
Mhm.
all the way at the other end of the bar. I mean, all the way at the end of Dunkin' Donuts. She yells to me, I don't need a mask. Blah, blah, blah. Only customers doing. You know, me, I was like, no, that's wrong. You know, we got to an argument and she came running down telling the lady not to serve me. And, you know, we got into another little argument because I already paid for my things. I said, you know, give me my shit. Let me get out of here. And this lady proceeded to exit the building, come around to me out by the window. She's outside at this point, and she seen my wife sleeping in my car, sleeping in the car, which she was. And she tells me her exact words, "Wake your bitch up. I'm gonna fuck her up." And
Wow.
yeah, and I'm like, you know, yeah, I don't need to do nothing. First of all, you know, you're tripping. I said, get the fuck out of here. You know, we're arguing again. She, you know, she's calling me a KKK member at this point because, you know, I guess because I have my head shaved. You know, and,
Jesus.
yeah, she, you know, she's saying all this and that. She runs back in to the Dunkin' Donuts, grabs a stick, but like it was like I'd say like a quarter-inch thick and like 3 inches wide, like a piece of mold or something. Maybe a little bit thicker, maybe about a half-inch thick. All right, so she runs out with that. It's about 3 foot long, and like proceeds to like threaten me with it. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna hit me with that, right? And she's like, you know, she's screaming at me, go ahead, call me a bitch again, call me a bitch again. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. She swings the stick at me. You know, I block it with my wrist, with my arm, and it hits my wrist. And then she swings it at me again, and I almost punch it out of her hand, and she like backs off of me. And then at this point, a dude's taking a picture of my tag. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck's going on here? You know, and everybody that was in the Dunkin' Donuts is now outside. They're all looking at me like I'm the bad guy because I didn't have a mask on. You know, so at this point, I'm like just thinking of getting the fuck out of there. You know, I got this girl hit me with a stick. You
Mm.
know, so I leave, and as I leave, my wife's calling the cops. And hold on a second, I'll be right back. Not even a second.
Hey, Rationally, welcome back.
And I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
And
that's okay.
so I leave and I get home, and it takes me 4 minutes to get home because my wife was on the phone at 5:04. This is why I'm telling this right here. We get home, it's 5:08, and on as we're getting out on the other block, like across the intersection on the corner, is a cop.
You'll have to get a hold of Felix tomorrow. Are you
And the cop,
Yeah,
uh,
that's okay. I'll go out there.
Well, no, he was gonna. Okay.
No, that's fine.
He's gonna be live streaming.
Oh, that's okay. No.
He came in here to talk to you, and if you're not
Oh.
done, then he.
No, hold on a second.
yeah.
Holy shit!
No, I didn't want to. I thought you guys were going to come out here and talk and stuff.
I was just going to tell you about the crazy dream I had.
Oh. What?
It's kind of long.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear it tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. So I get home, and not on my corner, on the opposite corner, I see a cop. And he stops at the red light there and then just turns around and goes back from the way he came from. So I get in my house and I do a couple of things. And then I call 911 to see what's going on. You know, where's this police at? You know, where are the cops at? And the lady tells me that they were here at 4:08, and they left. They said that there was no report. You know, there was no incident. And I told them, you know, uh, that I was there, and they just turned and went away. You know, I didn't know that they were there for me. Oh, all right. Well, I'll put in another call. I'll send the cops out. You're gonna have to go out and wait for them and flag them down. So I'm like, all right. Wouldn't you know, I'm out on the corner waiting for like an hour and a half. And I'm like, forget this. So I go back in. And the next day I went down and filed a police report. And I called Dunkin' Donuts corporate office, and and they said that they would have that it was individually owned, and that they would have the owner contact me about, you know, I guess the repercussions of what's going to happen afterwards.
Repercussion.
All
What do
right,
you
that's the first one, right?
mean?
The second one happened on August 10th, which was the day before my birthday. I walked into a net cost to look for my wife. And a security guard stopped me like when I walked in. He wasn't at his post, which was at the door. You know, I walked in and I walked like all the way to the front of the store, all the way down the other end. And that's when he seen me. And like I'm walking down the aisle, he's walking up, and he tells me I need to wear a mask. And I said, no, I don't. I'm covered under the American Disabilities Act, Title III, Chapter 3. You know, it's the federal law. I don't need to, you know, wear a mask. And it trumps your store policy. No, it don't. No, it don't. You know, let's go talk about it outside. And I'm like, look, dude, I'm not leaving until I find my wife. So I turn around and I walk away from him and go down the other aisle to the back of the store, walk the back of the store to look for my wife. And I still can't find her. So I'm like, at the other end of the store, I walk up to the front of the store again to proceed to walk the front of the store again. We like kind of stopped, and but she's following me the whole time. We kind of stopped like in the middle of the aisle where I proceed to put on my camera because I knew something was about to happen. And I tell him that he's being filmed, and I'm walking away from him, but I got my camera turned around to the other, you know, to behind me. And he's waving, you know, hello, you know, making fun of me. And then I stop and I say to him, so you're, what I say? I said, you're discriminating against me, against my disability, and what I told you, and he, you know, I don't care. I don't care about it. And proceeded to push me. He said, "Sir, don't put your hands on me." Proceeded to do it a little more. And this is an armed security guard too. He's got a gun on his side. And because I thought about hitting him, you know, that's, you know, as soon as someone pushes me, normally I'd hit that person. But you know I'm in a store full of normies, and you know I don't want to look like the crazy, you know, or KKK member. So I don't punch him because he's of, you know, no offense, but he was black. But anyway, we wrestle, and I stopped wrestling because I don't know. I think I stopped because I kind of came to my senses what was going on. But anyway, I ended up on the ground. He threw me down on the ground, and I banged my head onto a. It was in the produce department onto a wooden. You know how they have like the wooden baskets with the fruit on it and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I banged my head on one of the wooden baskets, and then got up and said, I can't believe you did that. Blah blah blah. I'm calling the cops, and
Mhm.
proceeded to leave because I see my wife outside, which she was in the checkout when I was looking for her.
Mhm.
And so we went outside, we called the cops, and the cops came. And of course, if I would have hit him, I guarantee you I would have left there. If I would have waited for the cops, I would have left there in cuffs. But since he's a security guard, you think they arrested him? Hell no.
Mhm.
But they let me press charges on him. But, now it's I'm being.
So pretty much all this over the mask, eh?
Yeah, yeah. But I
Yeah.
won't put on the mask.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it happening because it has happened to me, as you all know. Um, it's getting worse. It's getting to the point where the people who are really taking this mask thing seriously are so much in fear. They don't give a fuck about. They really don't give a fuck about anybody's life but their own.
And
And
they're saying they're wearing it for other people too.
what's that?
They say that they're wearing it for other people.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's for other people. It's
Yeah,
for
that's
them.
yeah. They keep telling themselves that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, my
yeah.
my thing is, what do you care if I have a mask on? You're wearing one. You're safe, right? What do you care about me for? It's the truth. It's like, I don't understand it. You know, it's kind of like a condom. But a condom kind of serves a purpose, and
it
that
sounds
mask
like
don't.
it sounds like to me you need to get the hell out of the city.
Well, I wish I
I
could get out of the city, man. I really do.
I think that's where I think that's where it's coming to that where it's gonna get to the point where I mean if you all stick to your guns and you don't wear that mask and bow down to this fucking shit, the masked people they're getting worse. So I mean, and as you just said, the cops don't do anything to the masked people.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know. It's I'm done. I'm done with it. That's why I'm out in the country because, or I want to be out in the country right now. My sisters, but I
Right.
eventually will get myself out in the country, away from everybody. Because I for one don't want to deal with it, and two I'm sick of watching people suffocate themselves. I can't deal with that. I really had a hard time when my daughter was wearing the mask at first. I mean, watching her breathe in and out in that mask, talking to me. I literally stopped. I stopped going to visit my daughter, and that may sound harsh to some people, but I didn't want to visit her because every time I did, she felt she had to wear a mask. So I felt if I wasn't around, then she didn't have to wear the mask. And literally, she was wearing it as I would walk in the house. She would put it on because I travel a lot. So she was scared that I would have brought it back.
Right.
So I mean, I do a lot of talking with my daughter over Messenger. And it's been close to 2 months since I've been able to hug my daughter. No, I'm sorry. It's been it's been since the damn shit started, so it's been 7 months I haven't hugged her. Wow, 7 fucking months. And I miss being around her. I miss hugging her, and it It's hard. It's hard. But I mean, am I gonna put a mask on because my daughter's afraid? No, I'm not. A lot of people may think that's harsh, but I would rather try my best to convince my daughter of the truth than make myself bow down and put one on. That what is that teaching her?
Right. Right.
So yeah, I understand. Dearest Dawn says, one dang, no wonder Esther was having such a hard time. Pennsylvania went Nazi. And she also said maskers are a movement like Antifa. Fuck you then says it's not about mask, it's about control and conforming at tests. Exactly. Yes. Well, it's about a little bit of both. It's about conforming and it is about mask because when they wear the mask, they are harming themselves. So I would say it's a little bit of both.
Well, you got to think the next step. They're like killing themselves almost taking that vaccine. They're damning themselves anyway. Put it that way.
Mhm.
And the harassment will be 100 times worse for someone to take the vaccine who won't take it either. You know, look at how it is with the masks. Imagine when you don't take that vaccine and they find out that you're a non-vaxxer and they're all vaccinated. Shit, they may fucking gang up on you and stomp on you.
I'm sorry, my sister asked me a question. Sorry, I missed that last part. What?
I said, well, who, me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I said, when you don't take, when you're not a vaxxer, when you don't take that vaccine, and a bunch of people that do have the vaccine, that are vaccinated, find out that you don't have it, the pressure that's going to be put on you to
Mm-hmm.
get the vaccine is going to
Mm-hmm.
be 100 times worse than it is for someone that doesn't wear a mask right now.
I totally agree. Totally agree. I've been preparing for this mindset. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I see it coming. I see how people are going to bow to the vaccine. And if any of us are going to stand up and say no, I'm telling you right now, you got to start getting your mind right for that, because otherwise you're gonna fold like a house of cards.
Right?
If you do not have your mind prepared for this, you will fold. And that's the last thing you
I
got.
agree. Definitely.
Fuck you then says long ranger masks are cool. Yeah, I agree. They don't cover your mouth.
I
Yeah,
got a Batman mask.
do ya?
Yeah, mine's got horns on it.
He also said
Ears, pointed ears anyway, not horns.
welders masks are my Halloween mask this year.
And I just found me a pair of goggles too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm set for my eyes, man.
Yeah, if people start wearing goggles, I guess I'm gonna have to put duct tape over my eyes and my mouth. I can't breathe. I can't see. What else do you want me to do, sir?
Crazy.
Yeah, it is like I seen somebody write in the chat earlier. We are in some very serious, crazy times. I never thought in my life I would see this, anything like this. Which brings me to, I was watching a video earlier, and they were talking about the anybody. Rick, you or anybody in chat, has anybody seen The Man on the Moon?
The what?
I think it's pretty sure it's called The Man on the Moon, or yeah, I think it was called The Man on the Moon.
It was a video today called The Man on the Moon.
There was a guy who was it? I'd have to look it up. I'm sorry. I probably should have looked it up before I even started talking about it. But there's a movie, it's an older movie. Not that old, but it came out 3 years ago, and it's about this virus that that everybody was afraid of, and they were all wearing masks in this. I haven't seen the movie yet. I just heard about it today.
Right.
I do plan on watching it, and when I do find out what it is, I will put it in the description later, the exact title of it. But anyways, the virus is similar to what's going on now, and everybody in the movie was wearing masks. They're wearing gloves. They even had masks on their dogs, and there was this one lady who didn't believe in it at first, and then she slowly but surely started using hand sanitizer a lot, and then she started wearing a mask. Then her husband got sick, and so she became very, very afraid and started sheltering herself, and not wanting to go out. And so that movie was I total propaganda of what you see now. And it's movies like that that have gotten these people into this fear-based mode where it was true in all these movies they put out. Why couldn't it be true in real life, kind of thing?
Right. Right. Well, it's a form of predictive programming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Not even a form of it, is it? You know, that's what it is.
It's freaking me out how long.
Oh,
what was that? You kind of,
sorry about that.
huh?
What just went on?
Yeah.
That was a Richie from Boston video
Oh, okay. All right.
that I'm posting on. Did you ever hear of PocketNet?
No.
PocketNet, it's a social media. It supposedly has no censorship, and they give you a form of I guess it's like a blockchain
Mm-hmm.
for your posts, for like the post that you post on their page, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I post like that's what I do kind of.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm on the computer watching YouTube, I like post on there like all the videos that I like,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess it's only in the alpha beta. I mean, it's only in beta, not alpha beta. It's only in beta right now, but I guess you could say it's like a form of Facebook.
Fuck You also agrees no government service without being vaxxed in our future. Yeah.
No, you're not
It-
going to have a house. You're not going to be. To pay your rent is going to be electronically paid. You're going to have to none of us will have a lease to an apartment because it's going to all be digital.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, it's to buy or sell. It's
The Dear Stone said, I thought you meant actual face on the moon. Laugh out loud. Dear Stone also said, same as Last Man on Earth series. Dear Stone, I really fucked that one up because that's the one I'm talking about. That's I was off. I was way off on that one. that that is
Oh shit!
the what I'm talking about. The person who posted the video said that series started 3 years ago. It's as y'all can read, same on the last man on Earth. That's what it's called.
I knew it sounded the plot line that you were saying. I knew it sounded awful familiar.
Mhm. Well, then I mean, of course, Netflix has put out another one about a vaccine. And,
That's the pandemic.
yeah, and then
Or
I
no, it's Contagion. That's what it is. Contagion.
isn't there's
Yeah,
another
Contagion.
isn't there another one called Pandemic?
There may be one called Pandemic. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't keep
Probably.
up with them. I've not seen none of them. So I mean, I've seen the previews on Netflix, but I have not seen any of these shows.
Right.
Um, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. They just have so much propaganda out there that or predictive programming.
Well, that, like you said, right there is what it all is. It's predictive programming or propaganda.
Dearest Dawn said they never showed the last season. Well, probably.
I think I know that there was a writer who said that they weren't going to put out the last season because they couldn't think of nothing stranger than what's going on right now.
Oh, that was Black Mirror.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, Black Mirror said the guy who makes Black Mirror said that he can't even do any more shows because he he can't get
That's
any more
crazy.
now.
It's crazy, man. That's so fucked up
Yeah.
and vile.
Dearest Dawn says, so we don't know if the nuclear plants blow up or not. I'd have to watch the series to see what you're talking about, Dawn. So I mean, obviously they've gotten to the point where something obviously happened, and you all don't know whether it's nuclear plants blowing up or not, or whether it's asteroids or something like that. I would imagine. Um, yeah, things are. Like I said, I never thought I would see the day that so many people were so fooled. So fooled. I mean, when I really think about it, I think about people. There are actually people in their homes afraid to go outside.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and you know about the glory hole, the CCD thing. I mean the CCD. What is it, man? CDC says about that people should use protection between one another. Like I don't, some people are saying a glory hole, as in a wall between you and your mate while you're having sex.
Yeah, I did hear something about that.
So imagine there could be people that are actually doing that. Maybe not as taken as far as a wall, maybe using a sheet or something like that. But
Mhm.
still, that's fucked up. That they have people that scared.
Yeah, right.
It's ridiculous, and they're laughing about it too as they're telling it to us. They're laughing at them.
Mm-hmm. Dear Stone says there's no electricity, so the plants are in danger of blowing up. And she also, oh, okay, she's talking to Fucky. Yeah. So okay, so let's talk about the vaccines coming out. The last I heard is they actually do have one that they've been promoting in oh, where was that overseas? Did you happen to catch that commercial that they,
I know that they're doing it over in Africa, but then, and I also know Putin just released something too, didn't he? He had his daughters taken on a vaccine, supposedly.
whose daughter?
So I don't know who else, but that's overseas. All I know about over in Africa and Russia. But I know. Oh wait, I think it's happening in
Dear Stan said Russia.
too, right?
Huh?
I think it's happening in Israel too. I don't know the vaccines, but what'd you say? It was Russia.
Yeah, she said Russia. I wanted to say Dubai. At least the commercial was filmed out of Dubai, but the commercial was they had every race in the background and different professions, and they showed the little box of vaccine, and they showed everybody being injected with the vaccine. So they have, I guess they have a vaccine that they've been using, trying on these. I don't remember how many people exactly there were,
Right.
but supposedly, supposedly they got one damn near ready to go. Hey, Mad Pieman, how
What's
you
up?
doing? Sorry about that, Rick. I cut you
That's
off.
all right. What's up, man?
Hey, Cammy's in the house now. Hey, Cam.
I know they have trials all over for these vaccines. I mean, they even start trials here. Down in Houston, they had a trial.
Dear Son said trials in many countries going on in stage 3. And Mad Pieman says Australia at the end of the year. That second wave lockdown, I believe, because Australia hasn't been standing up to it. As far as I know, I haven't heard any protesting or anything like that coming from out of Australia. So I think from what I know, they're all bowing. I shouldn't say all. That it sounds like the majority of Australians are bowing. So I would imagine that was the test to see how far they could push them. And I believe that is going, that kind of shit that happened over there. I don't know how, if you guys know exactly the rules that have been put in place for Australia,
Well,
but I
why,
feel,
I'm sorry to break you up, Patrick, but why don't you throw a link in there and see if Matt Pyman wants to come in?
oh sure, Matt Pyman, you want to come on? Sure, I can throw another link in there. Give me why don't you talk
But
while
yeah,
I,
it's bad over there from what Matt tells us. I know it. Let alone what you hear in the news, but you can't trust the news, but it is like how they're saying most of it is over in Australia.
mm-hmm.
It is bad over there, and it is coming this way. I do believe that. When I don't know, but probably like right after the election.
Yeah,
The election probably right before the darkest winter, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Hey, Matt Pyman, if you want to come in, there's the link for you. Yeah.
It is a coming, folks.
So, can you guys, can you guys explain to me how you all are getting your mind ready for this?
Huh. I can't really answer that. I don't know how I'm doing it.
You know how? Do you want me to tell
Realize
you?
that it's all kind of like the only way we can prepare ourselves for it is just to leave it all go right now. And just get in that mind frame that it is all gone.
Well, one of the things I tell myself is, as we all know, we're not part of this world. We're of it, but we're not part of it.
Right.
I'm not attached to anything in this world except for my kids. And I, as much as I would love for my kids all to wake up and follow me, it's not going to happen. I understand that. So I let them know where I stand with it. They all know where I stand with it. I haven't, I mean, that as far as the mask and that goes, I have not talked to my daughter about the vaccine yet.
Right.
That's going to be a hell of a talk. That's going to be.
I talked to my son about it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she does watch some of my YouTube videos. So she has an idea, I'm sure, about how I'm going to stand on this. And it's a hard decision, and it's hard that I will. The reason that is one of the reasons that I am trying to find different spots out in the wilderness or woods to live, because I'm getting ready, not only in my mind, but ready to go to these move around if I have to, and knowing that I'm going to have to be off grid.
Right.
And I'm not taking the vaccine. They will have to literally force me. And we all know they can't do that because they can't take your free will. So if they do take my free will, I automatically win. So I'm not scared there. But I've totally got the mindset that it's going to be very hard times that we're coming upon. But I look at, yeah, these may be hard times. I may suffer through this, but I know when I leave this place that I will be with Jesus Christ and forever. So, and forever is a long time. So I don't think as much as I know I'm going to suffer, a lot of us are going to suffer. I feel it's all worth it.
Yeah, it's all worth it. I mean, for what's to come if you take the vaccine is, horrible. Oh, man.
Welcome, Mad Pa Man.
Good to see you, Patrick. First time I've talked to you, mate.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you too.
Yeah, mate. I appreciate all your mask work or lack of mask work in the big stores, mate. You're a trooper, mate. Good on you.
I appreciate it. I don't know. I mean, I did it. I did it a lot to try to wake these sheeple up, but it took me a while to figure out that if you're not awake now, you're not going to wake up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, you've done quite a few videos yourself, haven't you?
Oh, I did a lot on my original channel. This is like a backup because I got locked out of out of my channel after going into somebody's live stream and joining. You know, they forced me to click on an option, which they wanted me to verify my account, and I needed the password, and nobody can't remember the password, and this is my girlfriend's device, so all the original accounts and passwords are hers, and she doesn't remember them. And so, yeah, not too many on this one. Mostly I just get on the live stream and talk to people.
I wanted to say something. Cammy says my son is not awake. Hurts, but I love him and forgive him and ask God to do same. Now, I look at it this way. I don't think the kids are going to be held responsible for any whether they get it or not. I don't think God is going to hold the kids responsible like they would hold us responsible. Like
Right. Yeah,
he would hold us responsible.
that makes sense.
And I just don't believe that that's the kind of God that we know and love. I don't first. I think that all kids under 18 should get a free pass.
Yeah, but see, I think it would have to do with the individual, because just because you're 18 doesn't mean. Think about when you were 18, Patrick, how close you were with God. When you were 18, you thought you knew it all, and you thought you were a God yourself, man. You know what I mean? So I think, like, if I would say like 25 and under, maybe 30 and under, I could see if, you know, see, I don't know. It's hard to say, man. Maybe, it all depends on the person, I think. Like, I don't know. I don't want to give people a free pass. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you know about it, and you're going against God's will, I think you're going to suffer for it.
Yeah,
Even
but I don't think I don't. They may not have had the right upbringing. They may, there's various things.
No, I understand that. That's why I mean it kind of goes by the person, what's written on the person's heart when they take that chip. You know what I mean? If they're not thinking about God at the time, they're just thinking about living their life. I don't know if he will blame them for that. You know what I mean? But that is being of the world while you're in it. You know what I mean? So that's living against what he believes, too. He believes you should give up the flesh. Now, is he going to forgive some kids that really don't know about this? We'll see. I believe, kind of like you, Patrick. I don't believe that he don't want no one to go into the lake of fire. That's why he's prolonging us. I think for more people to
I'm
be
of the
saved.
I'm of the belief that hell will be on earth, mate. Hell will be right here, mate. You know what I mean?
Right? Oh yeah, no, that's that is going to be that way, because hell right here is going to burn. So yeah, you could say there is going to be hell on earth. Yeah, because this is all going to burn out. That's what he's got to do to destroy these, principalities, and the miry clay mixed with flesh. You know what I mean? And technology mixed with flesh, and that's what he's got to do. He's got to burn it all down. But will some be? Will some get
I
forgiven?
think
The mark. We'll find out.
I think if you I don't want to get too deep into it, mate, but yeah, I think that there's no escaping your judgment, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
If you knowingly do the wrong thing against your better judgment and your knowledge, and against humanity as a whole, you're part of the problem. So if you know you're doing the wrong thing and you go ahead with it, well, yeah, there's no saving you. I don't reckon. You're going to suffer one way or another. That's for sure.
All right.
I'd rather die than live in the hell that's planned for us anyway. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm seeing some of the comments in the chat, and I don't quite agree with fuck you on some things, but some of them are his own opinion. I don't know if you guys can read the chat or not.
Yeah, I wasn't in there. I'm going to click on it. Yeah.
Well, fuck you says, I don't need a God or a Buddha or Jesus to help me in the future. We all made it here on our own.
No, that's not true.
We will put on our big person underwear and live day to day. So,
Running out of days, and there's not much living left.
I don't agree with that, but that's fuck you's point of view. So, many things for trade to Cammy says. Cammy says he's not a kid. He is my kid, but he is 25. And then fuck you says more dogs will be in heaven than kids. Sad but true. I don't believe that one either. Lord's Prayer changed. I quit Bible studies.
I don't take it as personally as what's not personal. What's the word? I just had a mental blank. As what's the word? I'll get it. Keep going, mate. Sorry. I'll remember what I was going to say.
No, I agree, Cammy. Not up to anyone to tell anyone how to reach our goal. And everybody, obviously, fuck you has given up on the Bible. So I mean, that's your choice.
Right.
And hey, I'm not holding anything against you. If that's the way you want to be, fuck you. Then I mean that's your choice. But
whether you believe or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to delete your comments just because I don't believe it. I don't believe what you're saying.
The people who run the world believe in it, and they believe in making it. So
ain't that something you think about that? The evil people of the world believe in it, but the good, so-called good people of the world, they don't believe in it. And like I was thinking earlier too, it's like a quote that I remember, something like those. It's something to do with history, of course. Those that don't know the history are doomed to repeat it, right?
Yeah.
But those that know the history are doomed to sit around and watch it happen again.
I think it's those who deny history are doomed to repeat it. I think that's what it is, man. Yeah, I think that's sort of it. So yeah,
Right.
history always repeats, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The facts.
And like I said, those that know about it are doomed to sit around and watch it repeat itself.
Yeah. Yeah, what I was saying in the comments before was about the vaccine, is that it's going to be ready in Australia at the end of the year. Australians to get 25 million free shots of virus cure if world-leading trial succeeds. Vaccine deal done. And yeah, by the end of the year, it's only going to take them 4 months apparently.
Right.
But it should take 4 years.
Well, yeah, it should at least take 7.
Yeah.
Well,
amazing.
Welcome, prelim.
Yeah, it just goes to show, like, they know. Well, maybe they don't know. I think they know it's not going to harm us. And, he did have it patented before it was even a thing, before it was even released. And in order to have a patent for it, you have to have it,
Yeah, You've already got it.
the vaccine for it. So,
You've already got it.
you know,
That's
but
right.
people don't realize, you know, they're too much to be asleep to even see something like that.
Yeah.
You know, let alone believe it if they hear it. They won't even, you know,
Hmm.
that's not even in the realm of possibility.
I've been trying to explain. I've been trying to explain Agenda 21, which is called 2030 now, to people for years, and they go, "Oh, that's crazy. That'd never happen." Well, it's here.
Right. It's happening.
we were right.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taking
But
away everything.
this is the conspiracy theory coming
Yeah.
to reality.
It's happening.
Just
And
like
it's all
all
been,
the other conspiracy theories that we brought to reality.
yeah.
The reality that reality is changing.
Yeah, we didn't want to be right.
Nope, not at all.
I was just gonna read a little bit of the chat, and I knocked my phone off the wall. So if anybody's seen everything going, that was me knocking the phone off the wall
And
because I needed
the other
both
one-
hands to do
the
something.
The other interesting point about this story that's come out today is that our Prime Minister, he was the Minister for Health that passed the bill called the no jab, no pay policy, which meant that children had to be vaccinated, had to have all their vaccines, or they could from birth. Otherwise, they couldn't attend daycare, kindergarten, or school. And if they didn't have all their vaccines, the parents wouldn't be entitled to a family welfare payment.
Right.
It's like $2,500 a year or something. So yeah, basically, all the poor people were blackmailed into poisoning their children.
Yeah.
And he was the Minister for Health then, and he passed that bill, and now he's the Prime Minister, and he's giving us the vaccine, mate. Like
Right.
that wasn't, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's a straight up.
In your face.
Yeah, he's a snake in the grass.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep putting my finger in the way, guys.
And you want to know it's even more ironic too? You do all that shit to send your kid to school to learn a bunch of fucking lies.
That's all lies, most of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's either lies or fucking irrelevant. You'll never fucking use it. You know, you get taught,
Yeah.
you get taught mathematical formulas and how to do fucking trigonometry and all this shit. You know, unless you're going to be a scientist or an engineer, you're never going to use it. You know, it's like, what the hell? What am I learning all this shit for?
Right.
You know, we've got calculators. We don't have to be that smart. You know?
Prelim says seems the verse changes are according to this Orion Earth, where everything is similar yet not the same. And fuck you says I love you for your respecting me, Patrick Roberts. Yeah, I mean, I respect any. I mean, I wouldn't want somebody taking my beliefs and rights away from me. I'm not gonna shut somebody down for what they believe in or don't believe in. That's on you. And then Cammie says, until you get that, you won't truly see. I'm not sure what she was talking about there. Prelim says different spiritual condition, personal meanings. Dearest Dawn says, yes, God didn't create religion.
No.
Cammie, how do we get on religion? Was it over the vaccine? Is that how we got to religion, or what?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Cammie says religion is man's interpretation of God's will, subject to change. And Dearest Dawn says couldn't make a SARS vax though.
Or a cold vac.
Yeah,
Where's
yeah, tuberculosis.
Where's the common cold vaccine? I want a common cold vaccine first.
Yeah. Fuck you says Earth movie song and Bible changes should awaken you. Dearest Dawn, chat just jumped on me.
So is it getting any more chaotic over there, Matt? Or
Ah, it's just the new normal, mate. You know.
yeah, okay,
I
it's the
live,
same,
I live,
right?
yeah,
New North.
I live next to a busy road. It's not a major freeway or a highway or anything, but it's a busy road, and yeah, I can hear traffic, you know. But when it gets to 8 o'clock, mate, you could hear a cockroach fart on the road, mate, from here.
Right.
It's dead quiet. It's like the end of the world, you know, at 8 o'clock. Everybody's
Wow.
locked inside.
I got you guys go ahead and talk. I gotta plug my phone in, or we're gonna all go bye bye.
All right.
Yeah. But so yeah, we had an interesting incident. Oh, not an incident, but an interesting event happened at work today. We had I had my work there. A mate of mine, he had a workplace injury, an incident that resulted in him being injured,
Right.
and he's a union delegate like I am, and he every time somebody gets hurt at work, they wanted to just help you out, but they don't want to record it officially, which they're supposed to do, because they're worried about possible repercussions in the future, so
Right. Right.
they just want you to they'll make a note of it but not record it officially, and then if you can't come back to work, they'll make you use all your sick pay, your annual leave, until you've got no money left, and then you're not getting paid anymore, and until you can come back to work, and you might be off for a long time, and you're not covered by we've got a government protection agency that looks after workplace injuries, and there's an insurance scheme that's government funded, taxpayer funded, and that if the correct procedures are followed, you're covered for payments outside of your normal, your normal income, and also for future complications, so you'll be covered in the future. But so they got caught out, and he went to town and called out all the safety people to come out, government safety bureau basically,
Right.
and health and safety, and they come out and they went through the place last night, and today we worked. I think they worked for like an hour or something, or 2 hours maybe, and the safety inspectors came out again, and they told everyone to stop working, and everyone's just waiting around, see what's going to happen. The inspector went right through the whole place again. I know he hadn't come out the first time. The union went through the first time. But, then they shut it all down and told us to go home before lunchtime. I got home early today. But, police are involved as well. But it's all related to the COVIDs as well, because that's a fucking big issue at the moment. So, I think the company's getting their ass handed to them, but they're big enough to pay the fine and move forward, you know what I mean? Pay the right people.
Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
All right, I am gonna read a little bit of the chat. I'm just gonna start somewhere. I don't know where we left off, but Dearest Dawn says, "Hey y'all, here Trump brought in new doctor and Fauci is out." I haven't heard that. That's a
That
good.
don't matter. What does that matter? Fauci's trying to probably go underground.
He's going back under his bridge.
That won't change nothing, but
You see this? You see the photo of the people in the
Yeah.
Mask on.
can you read what it says underneath?
It says Wuhan grasps of pandemic appears dead in the water. Yeah.
The massive pool party in Wuhan, China, with no social distancing. This was yesterday.
Right. Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
But
So
down,
yeah. Imagine that.
How good, huh?
I
But
seen.
it's real. It's
Pool
real.
party in Wuhan.
It's
That's
real.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Mad Pieman, was there people on that in that photo with mask on?
No, nobody
No
was
one
wearing
with a mask.
a mask. No,
No
not
mask.
one person was wearing a mask.
No masks anywhere, mate. No, not one. No,
Okay.
no, I can't see one.
Wow.
I can't see one anywhere. No.
Hey, this world's crazy, man.
But it's real. It's real,
Um.
and we need a vaccine. We need a pool party vaccine.
Yeah. Exactly. Cammy said the only real word of God we know of is the tablets. Only thing that won't change. And Prelim says hey to everybody. Dearest Dawn
Yeah.
says hey Prelim. Fuck you then says drinking problem, Patrick. Okay. I don't know anything.
I'm the one drinking.
Smoking, but I'm not drinking. Smoking something, but not drinking something. Dear Stan says, bend over, you peasants. And Cammy, homeschool is way better anyway than they learn what you want them to learn. I agree. Preliminal, I'm not a cook, however, I just discovered. Yeah, I can't even pronounce that word. ASIAGO. Asigo. Okay, bread with olive humans. Humus. Common cold.
Hummus. Olive hummus. He's talking about a dip.
Buck you says common cold has no vaccines. Cammy says I did 4 years with my son. Prelim, thanks Patrick for tolerating me. That's easy, Prelim. There's not. I don't know what you mean by tolerating you. You're my bro, man. I follow new normal. Nothing normal about it.
No, true.
Cammy said that. Fuck you. Put one in the chat if you're tired of hearing new normal.
Fucking oath. Big one.
Yeah.
One.
Prelim, I think everyone will be corrected of any wrongness when we put God creator above selfishness. The problem is that many put self first above anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the truth.
That's the beast system, man. It's all about
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
Me.
Yep. Prelim also says people are probably cast here because of their own stubborn selfishness in one way or another. Prelim also says, or they are designated to help in some way. Cammy says at night I pray God's will be done, not mine.
Amen.
Welcome, Esther. Esther says, Patrick, sending love and prayers. Everything works out well for you. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Cammy says, I can't see whole picture, so I don't know what would be good to do. I see from my view, so why would I want my will be done. Okay, let me read that again. Cammy says, I can't see whole pictures, so I don't know what would be good to do. I see from my view, so why would I want my will be done? Okay. Preliminal, that is important. Just seek God's will, yet humbly and soberly.
Yeah, we know what he's talking about. Yeah.
Um, hmm. um, uh, that-
Silence.
um, Fuck you says, I don't know how to read this word. You got
Where you at, Patrick? What? Which one?
Spinoza.
Yeah.
Oh, in the chat. What? Fuck you?
No, yeah, fuck you says Spinoza's view.
Oh, I wouldn't know how to pronounce that
Really?
either.
Views on religion is more like my view. Check him out.
Spinoza's views.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's the other doctor. All right.
Dear Son says thousands gone wild in Wuhan. Laugh out loud. Fuck you. When you dropped your phone, drinking problem. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm slow. I'm high. I'm slow. When oh yeah. Dear Dawn, hi Esther. I mentioned you earlier. Fuck you. Great video tonight, Patrick. Oh, thanks. Esther, Dawn, I am fine. I hope you didn't mention me as a weirdo. Laugh out loud. What was that, Esther? Dawn, I am fine. I hope you didn't mention me as a weirdo. Laugh out loud. Let's read that again. Dawn, I am fine. I hope you didn't mention me as a weirdo. Laugh out loud. Should we go one more time? Esther, you put that out there. No, not just my 3 cents worth. We know you're not a teacher. We do know that. Just messing with you. Dearest Dawn, no Esther. Okay, we're going to continue this conversation between Esther and Dearest Dawn for a while, I can see. No Esther, laugh aloud just how bad it is. And preliminary, we're all trying to make sense. There's 11 people in here. Let's get some chat going. No, true. We're all trying to make sense. Okay. Dearest Dawn, Rick is in P2, Esther. Okay, Cammy says, better way to explain. I see in third. God sees all his view is better. Has sight of whole picture. I can only see my limited points. Small window versus whole picture. And that's it, guys, for the chat. I'm all caught up.
All right.
Good work, man.
That's okay, though, in the deep. Did I go too deep with that, Esther? You weird. I'm just.
How's
Yeah.
the tyranny? How's the tyranny going on where you blokes are?
What was that?
How bad is the tyranny where you are, Patrick? Your tyranny levels.
Mayan?
Your tyranny. What out of 10? How's your tyranny going?
It's about the same anywhere in the U.S. I think.
Yeah.
there's just too many people that follow and too many people that bow. So there's going to be tyranny where people don't stand up. You know, a good
Yeah.
majority don't stand up, and you definitely have that in America. So I think there's a lot of other countries that are a lot freer than America. And I used to be the biggest patriot around, and I would die any day, but now I'm awake. I don't see borders anymore. I see us all as humans,
Yeah.
and
Sure.
I
Yeah.
I think we all need to get along, and we all need to love each other. And I think if it wasn't for our fucking governments, we would get along.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their job. That's their job, mate, to make everybody divide and hate each other and fight over all sorts of stupid shit. You know.
Make shit over to create wars all the time.
Yeah.
You know, no, and it's the same in a small town. You can. You gotta fucking be kidding me. I totally lost what I was about to say. Gone.
Party
Fuck.
politics. Party politics. That's what you're going to talk about, isn't it?
I know, but I was on it. It may come back.
I hate when that happens, man.
But yeah, it's been that way for a long time in America, isn't it? Like people lose their minds over parties they think that care about them and hate the other one with a passion for their whole life. You know, it's like a war between North and
Oh
South.
yeah, everything's a competition. Everything's a competition.
But yeah, it's the same. Every first world country, pretty much every nation in the world's got a two-party political system. It's nothing unusual, but the level of craziness that goes on in America over it is there's no other country like it. I don't think. I think maybe the United Kingdom might be second, but maybe France, Germany. I don't know, but not too many are as full on as America. You know.
Right.
I honestly believe that if we took the government away, took Hollywood away, whether Hollywood is the same in any country. You have your actors and shit that and the news, all that fucking shit. If you got rid of all that, every countryman would get together and sit down and have a fucking beer together.
Yeah.
And call them brother.
Well, I mean, manage it. The only way for government to work is not to be seen, because, like, when you have management, right, and management's there, it don't work. For it to work, you gotta not be able to, like, out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? You gotta, like, not know that it's kind of
It's all ass backwards, mate. You know what they teach us is completely opposite to what's
right,
actually
right, yeah,
true.
yeah. Well, that goes
Tell
without
us-
saying, yeah.
Look, America is the home of democracy, right? Where it's a bottom up system, and the people have the power, and they can change the party, and they've got the power, and the people are in charge. No, it doesn't work the way they told us.
Right.
People behind the scenes selecting the puppets to rule over the people, and the people don't get a say. You just do what you're told.
The reason why they started the two-party system is because we were complaining about the one. So how's it, it just don't make no sense.
What's interesting too, you remember, I mean, I'm not old enough to remember it, but I'm aware of the history in a lot of Western countries, when the Cold War was going on. Even before that, in all the Western countries, everyone was worried about communism sneaking in and taking over your country. In America, England, Australia, well, communism's in charge now. All right? So yeah, what everyone used to fight against, now they're loving it and they're supporting it. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read a little bit more of chat. Esther says, "Dawn, I am fine. I hope you didn't mention me as a weirdo." Laugh out loud. Okay, I'll get back to chat here. Cammy says, "Better way to explain being third." I did read that already, didn't I? Small windows versus full picture. Yeah, I think I read that. Prelim says, "Stop putting off things. Make it happen now. Set your controls for the heart of the sun." Esther says, "Is Rick gone?" Dearest, Dearest Dawn says, "No, Rick's the circle in the middle." And that's funny. Cammy says, "Slowly tightening in canon." Dearest Dawn, that's what movement has done. Made patriots sit. I agree.
Yeah.
You says New Zealand is now farther south than Australia. Mandela fact. New Zealand is. I'll have to take a look at that.
They're even more fucked than we are.
Yeah. Cammy says, "I'm ashamed how easily led humans are as a whole." Yeah.
Huh.
Esther says, "Thanks, Dawn. Hey, Rick." Preliminal says, "Clear away static, confusion, distractions, or toxic indifference. Visualize the you that is available to wisdom. New Zealand is so shifty." And fuck you says, "Polarized world order." Prelim, it was mid north in my old timeline and undivided. Esther says, "Patrick laughed out loud." Dear's Dawn, same for me, preliminal. Cammy, most all places were bought out before 1900s. We became incorporated businesses, entities, corporations. I agree. Dearest Dawn, we need a libertarian. She's laughing. And then Esther says, "Dear Dawn, I have to come see you." So I'm all caught up on chat. So, are I don't know if I've heard or not. Are you two both are Mandela affected or no?
What's this?
Are you Mandela affected, Rick?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So, Rick, what was your first Mandela effect?
It would be Bernstein,
Okay.
but like I would say the biggest one I'm along with Brian Staveley, which is Black Tom. That's crazy. Black Tom's crazy, But you know, another big one of mine is the states, the 50 versus 52.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the Kennedy's crazy too. The six,
Mm-hmm.
the six people in that car, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was my biggest one. Black Tom, Black Tom's definitely in there,
Right. And
and
Torpedo Alley, big.
yeah, yeah.
Statue of Liberty too. Like, how can't that be on a? How the fuck would I know Ellis Island? Like, I would have never. If it was Liberty Island, I would have remembered Liberty Island. Like, come on, what the fuck? It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, you're muted. You're muted, man.
I was coughing, sorry. I was just saying, yeah. How could you get that wrong? You wouldn't be able to forget Liberty
Right.
Island, Statue of Liberty. Where is it? Liberty Island, Statue of Liberty, Liberty Island. Easy. You never fuck that up.
It is too. I mean, it's like that's like a slap in the face.
Even me, man. I thought Ellis Island the first time I heard the question. Is like, where's the Statue
Right.
of Liberty?
You
Ellis
know.
Island.
Every time I hear Ellis Island, I think of a prison.
Yeah.
No, that's the Rock, man. That's fucking
Why do
That's San Francisco, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, but there's a what's the name of that prison? Alcatraz Island. Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. Yeah.
was that?
Alcatraz. That's probably why you're thinking of that. Ellis Island, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
Alcatraz. That was
Right, yeah, that would be on an that's the prison on the island, yeah.
That's what I thought.
That they said people escaped, but then they said they died.
Clint Eastwood made it.
The Mandela effect or not, I think that's just how we've heard the story, how they presented it.
The ceiling fan man's got a coin from the Statue of Liberty, and it's got Ellis Island on the coin.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, that's a physical residue.
Really?
Okay?
I was gonna ask, how old is the coin?
I don't know how old it is, mate. It must be pretty old, I reckon. You'd have to ask him.
I know. I just found residue the other day. Well, I knew I kind of had them. Like not too long ago, I took old Burger King glasses. Like back in the day when Burger King used to give out sodas. Pat, you probably remember this. They used to have commemorative glasses
Oh,
at like
yeah.
places. All right. Well, I got C3PO, and he's all gold.
Oh, that's
Have the
Yeah,
silver
you got the
glass,
glass.
yeah.
Nice one.
He's all gold.
Yeah.
So that was a find.
yeah.
I had the doll, man. I didn't have a silver leg.
Right.
Yeah, and if you show that to somebody to try to show them that, they'll say, "Oh, they did it
Right.
wrong."
Yeah,
Right.
show him the movie. Look, why she got a silver leg? And he's all gold here.
Mhm.
I had one of all of them, man. I had Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, R2D2, fucking C3PO. I even had a Wookiee. I even had the Wookiee.
Chewy.
Chewie. Yeah, he's not a Wookiee anymore, though, is he? That's another Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect's crazy, man.
The Black Tom and Statue of Liberty, there's a lot involved
Right.
in that.
Like that's
It's all connected to each other, you know? It's crazy.
No,
it's crazy. It's
And, you know, if you think, and if you can, like people who did 9/11 research, like Brian Staveley said, you know, they studied hundreds of hours of videos and interviews and news reports, you know. They were running news 24 hours a day about 9/11 for like 2 weeks, you know.
right.
And he's seen everything there is, and a lot of us have, you know, and they never ever mentioned Black Tom being the first terror attack.
Nope.
not
Nope.
not only that, the whole connected towers for me was never. Now for Brian Staveley, it was there because he's done a lot of research. I get that, but you just said, Mad Pie Man, we've heard about 9/11 for 2 weeks straight. I woke up to 9/11. I've done my research on 9/11 too. So I've watched many videos on it. I've watched the news. Never heard of any people in the hotel. Never heard of the damn hotel. So
Yeah, that's weird for me too, man. That's weird for me. I can't say I ever noticed it before when I was doing all the research. I never saw it.
mm.
And you think with all the videos you watched of the towers coming down, you'd notice the black.
And the video about
I never noticed.
the people that survived out of the hotel, I'm like, where the fuck did these where the fuck did these videos come from?
You would have seen that. You would have seen that on the news fucking every day for fucking 2 weeks too.
Yeah, I mean, oh, that's like one of my biggest ones now. Besides
Yeah,
JFK, that's the biggest ones now.
yeah the interviews with survivors from the hotel. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
And not only that, for me, I don't know how Brian Staveley feels about this one, but for me, when 9/11 happened, the Twin Towers collapsed. Them are the only three buildings. There was damage to some of the buildings, but they did not collapse.
No, yeah, no, I knew about all the other buildings that were destroyed and how they were destroyed. There was
So you
like
one of them?
nine buildings or something were destroyed. I think.
Yeah,
You
the whole complex, but it just goes to show you don't know what's true. I mean, unless you're there, you don't. You
Yeah,
know,
no, I remember hearing about that a long time ago. Though, man, all the buildings. You know, one of them was scooped out, like the outer edges, the walls were all standing, and even the edges of the floors were still there, and they still had furniture. It's like something had scooped out the middle of the building. I think that was there might have been I don't know, building fucking 3 or 4 or something.
right?
And then there was a few others that had different damage, like they just got ripped in half, and there's like half the building left, and it was all weird, man. You know, none of it looked natural. It's like some strange shit went on.
I wanted
And especially the thing is they weren't hit by any planes.
Huh.
You know what
Right.
what happened?
Yeah, I think we all agree on that. I wanted to say too that I'm doing this through StreamYard. I'm allowed 20 hours a month. I have no idea how many hours I have in. So I don't know how this works if they just at 20 hours shut
I'll
you
just
down.
cut you off. Maybe.
Oh,
Right? Yeah, I don't know.
just so y'all know if we
Is that all? Is that all you get? Is that all you get until you start paying for it, or what?
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
20 hours. And we are at like right now we're at 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3 hours and 30 minutes, and then we're gonna call it there.
Gotcha.
So Rick, you live in PA, right?
Yeah, I live in Philadelphia.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, I means,
When you said PA, you meant Philly, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. You live in Pennsylvania.
yeah.
I used to be in Eagles, by the way. When I was younger, I love the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm a big Eagles fan, man.
But when I got older, I went towards my home state, which is I was not born here in Wisconsin, as some people, but
You dropped out for a second there, Patrick. I didn't.
Yeah, you're
what?
dropping in and out, man.
You went in and out there. I didn't hear you. I heard you say something about your hometown, and then you cut out.
Oh, I just said that I was born in Wisconsin. I was born in Illinois. And about being football. When I was a little kid, I loved the Eagles, but I had to flow over to my home state. You know, I'm a Chicago Bears fan now.
Yeah, I see that. And you know what's ironic about that? My son just moved out to Aurora, Illinois.
Mm.
And like I seen like when I first met you, it was like right around the time when he was moving. And I seen you with the Chicago's on, the Chicago Bears shirt on. And I was like, well, that's where my son's at. And that's where I thought you were at the time when you were filming,
Yeah.
but you weren't there. You were, wherever you were, but I know you weren't in Chicago. But yeah, my son moved out there, and I just packed his room up, but I packed him an Eagles box because, like, when he rolled from here, he didn't take a lot of stuff with him because he traveled by van out there, and he didn't have a lot of room to pack stuff into the van. But yeah, so I packed him up a box, and I'm gonna send, I'm gonna get it to him somehow. But just send it to him. I'd like to take it to him, but I doubt that'll happen.
Right. Yeah. Do you remember the Fog Bowl?
Yeah, yes I do. Yes
Yeah.
I do.
I
That
was
was a crazy game, man. Yeah,
I was like I think 13 or 14 years old.
yeah. I was about 18.
And at the time I was an Eagles fan. My whole family is Chicago Bears fans.
Oh wow, all right.
And so I really enjoyed that game, even though I couldn't see it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it was so wild, man. Like this game, the fog, like the game started. It was crispy clear, and then like within a matter of 5 minutes, you could not see 5 foot in front of you. They
Crazy.
played this football game, and they were completing passes like 20 yards down the field, 30
Yeah.
down the field, and you couldn't see 10 feet in front of you.
It's like, who caught what?
Yeah, the announcers couldn't even announce the game, man. They couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't announce the game. It was crazy. Yeah,
Should have just got a whole
I-
should have just got a whole
that
group
was-
of people together in the stands and just fucking jump up. Touchdown!
yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was. It was one of the. It was the craziest game I seen. That, but there was just an Eagles game that was played when, like, I forget how long ago it was, but I was watching it with my son, and we were down by like well, it was that's right. It was the snow game. It was a game that to start the game, the field was clear, and then it started snowing, and by halftime there was like 36 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Like that's how quick it snowed, and it was wild. They played the whole game in it, and like it was crazy. It was crazy. But the Fog Bowl was it. But and in this game too with the Eagles, they were down, I think, by like 3 touchdowns or something, and they came back and they won the game, and they did it in the snow. Like they scored like something like 28 points in 1 quarter and 3 foot of snow. And the
Yeah.
running back, like I think it was oh, I forget. Who was the? I think it was no, not Deuce Stanley. I forget who was because it was recent. I think it may have been McCoy, but anyway, he tore it up like on running in the snow. Like he had over 100 yards rushing in the snow. I think he returned a punt.
Mhm.
It's a good game, hell of a game. Played in 3 foot of snow.
Yeah.
But
That's when.
you
That's
see
when.
that no more,
so-
gentlemen. ain't
so-
gonna be no more sports because there ain't no
Yeah.
reason to fucking contain us anymore.
Ah,
Distract us.
fuck
Mhm.
the sport.
They got this lock, stock, and barrel
Yeah.
without a doubt. Well, sad, so
Yeah,
sad.
people are paying to be cardboard cutouts and bloody
Yeah, and they got this virtual shit too.
Zoom.
The
Yeah,
virtual.
Zoom crowd. Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Insane
crazy,
bullshit.
man.
yeah. No, it's
Yeah, but the cutout, people are paying like $500 for the fucking
it's
cutout.
beyond it's beyond retarded, mate.
It is.
We're living in Idiocracy, the movie, man.
Yeah,
We've arrived.
man, it really is, and they see
We've
nothing
arrived.
wrong with it. It's
Yeah.
it's depressing. It really is. It's depressing. We're literally watching humanity commit suicide.
Hmm.
We're failing to be human anymore. We're just
Yeah,
turning into
yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
obedient robots. That's all we are now. Yeah.
Like that's what I believe 5G is going to lead to. You're going to be annoyed. You're going to be annoyed. Whatever the fuck. Yeah, you're going to be annoyed. Like a fucking computer bot, a bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mad Pine said is that they're like robots right now,
Yeah.
and they haven't even got the chip yet.
No, that's right. Mind control, man. The TV's a powerful weapon on the mind, man. And people are
Yeah.
just
Yep. That's what it started out as. Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yep.
and it's
Yep.
just
I gotta go to the bathroom, fellas. I'll be right back.
yeah. Yeah, it's just mass repetition, man, and that's what propaganda is. They just keep ramming it down your throat every time you turn the TV on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Radio, TV, all the media, even your social media.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube. I'm sure. I know Facebook they get ads as well. You know, pop ups and
Hmm.
everything's COVID everywhere. You can't get away from it.
Hmm.
Anybody makes a video, they get a COVID fucking banner from the government, you know, telling you what's going on. Click here, you know.
Yeah.
Every video. You get that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my phone pops up all the time.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, we're in a war, mate, and our government's talking about controlling social media and turning off the people. I'll find it. Hold on. There's a quote from the Prime Minister yesterday.
I wanted to ask you, Matt Pyman, where are you at?
I'm back, fellas.
I'm in Melbourne, man.
Oh, you're in Australia.
He's
Melbourne,
in the thick
Australia.
of it. He's in it. He is in it.
So how?
We get-
I mean, I heard Digi talking and stuff like that. How locked down are you?
Yeah, I'm fully locked down, mate. It's a 3 mile radius around your house. That's as far as you're allowed to travel. 1 hour of exercise. You're allowed to go to the supermarket to buy food, but only one person at a time, once a day.
People
You need
are.
a work. You need a work permit to go out of your area. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm having hope.
And curfew too. From 8 till 5 every night.
I'm having hope that America is not going to fall for that.
You're doing no, that ain't.
Some reason I am holding on to some hope that America is not going to bow.
I
Hope's
had
good
you right, man.
to have, but you got to be realistic. I'm sure Matt Pyman had hope too.
Well, I'm trying to. Damn.
You're the last hope, mate. America's the last hope for the world.
Yeah.
I'll find this bit here somewhere. Oh, where is it?
I don't see it. I see it going down with the greatest of fucking ease.
Oh, here it is. So this is leaders hit in anti-vax campaign. So on Facebook on Monday, this is what happened. Right? There are growing fears swathes of Australians will refuse to be vaccinated against COVID-19, with conspiracy theorists pushing misinformation in a social media war. Thousands of anti-vaxxers executed a coordinated attack on the nation's leaders and politicians, bombarding Facebook pages with pseudoscience. Science Minister Karen Andrews said there was an enormous risk people would believe conspiracy theories read online and refuse a jab. It's just beyond the pale, and disinformation or misinformation is dangerous and can lead to loss of life, Miss Andrews said. I'm actually just not prepared to sit there and allow these people to promote pseudoscience. Ms. Andrews said there could be a role for social media companies to play in ensuring fake news was not promoted. She urged Australians to avoid advice promoted on social media and turn instead to official channels. prominent anti-vaxxers and conspiracy theorists in Melbourne arranged Monday's protest on Facebook. And this evil piece of shit says Victorian Senator Ralph Ciccione, who received death threats during the coordinated hit, probably fucking not, wanted the government to consider banning people who refuse future COVID-19 shots from establishments. If you decide not to receive a vaccination, you ought to bear the consequences of that decision, she said.
Fuck.
So, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for reading that.
Oh, good, man. That was at the short one.
These people are rolling over with the greatest of ease.
So when you get a powerful true story, it's very small. it's, it's like it's either this big or maybe that big, and that was about that big. Yeah. But if it's and columns only, it's only short sentences. You know what I mean? And yeah, usually smaller. And they hide it among the bigger stories somewhere in the middle of the paper so no one reads it. You know what I mean?
I
Really hide.
could pick that part of this segment out and post that everywhere, so everybody can get the understanding of what Australia is going through.
That's a warning for everybody too, man.
Yeah. Yo, it's coming, man. I know it. Well,
We've
see,
seen
what
it.
I want to know, what my question is, and I asked this today, how long is it going to take before they get the people that do not want to take the vaccine? You know what I mean, man? You don't want to take the vaccine, right? You're not going to take the vaccine? Okay, so how long is it going to be before you finally have to make your stand? You know what I mean? How long is that going to take?
It looks like I've got about 4 months.
Yeah. All right, I guess you got your answer, right?
Yeah, no, fuck. If people don't know, I'll still try. I won't stop trying to help people see what's going on. But, we're getting closer and closer to the end game that they want for us. So
Right.
I won't be able to help you then. Sorry.
Here's my hope, is that America does not fall to this. I'm hoping. So then the rest of the world will see that and stand up. Or turn on us and say, what the fuck, America? Get with the system, and you guys are nothing but a bunch of fucking morons.
Well, Pat, if you want to look at what happened with the mask, right? And look how Germany was protesting the mask, and we weren't doing that. We weren't doing nowhere near what other countries were doing about that.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at how these other countries are rolling in the vaccine. That's what's going to be coming here too. I mean, I understand.
Can anybody confirm what I heard about Germany? That they've gone back to real normal, and they're having a mass, and they've declared the pandemic over in Germany.
Well, they got it back, don't they?
I heard they declared the pandemic over, and they're having a massive street party to celebrate. I didn't hear anything about a vaccine. I don't know.
Who gave it to his daughter? This happened last week, 2 weeks ago. Who gave the vaccine to his daughter, supposedly?
Germany, you're talking about?
I have to do
Russia. All right.
Oh, yeah. Russian, yeah.
I've not heard.
Oh, yeah, Putin. I heard that. Yeah, Putin. Yeah.
I've not heard that about. I have not heard that about Germany.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna do some research into that.
Yeah, I haven't searched it either, but I heard that news story on the radio when I was driving.
They actually were
What-
talking about it on the
Yeah, that was like would have been last Wednesday or Thursday. So about a week ago, yeah.
You would think something like that would start to wake people up. I
I
mean,
think so. Yeah.
you know, what country was that didn't even really go through a lockdown, much of a lockdown?
Brazil.
Was that Brazil? And nobody got sick there. And I guess
No, they did. So they did.
Huh?
They had their pensioners dying in nursing homes or whatever as well. You know, I think they had 30,000 deaths or some shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know there's big populations that had very low deaths, though.
Yeah. No, look, you know, we know they manufacture all the numbers. You can't believe any of it. But they're
Right,
Yeah,
but
pretty
there
sure.
are some big populations with very, very low numbers.
oh yeah, oh, of course, yeah, country.
And
Yeah.
they're countries that you wouldn't suspect too, like kind of like second world countries.
Yeah, Vietnam's had like 10 deaths, I think.
Yeah, see, and it's a very large population too. That's
And
what I
they
Like-
had no deaths up.
some of them are really fucking crazy.
Yeah, their deaths were at zero up until about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So
See, like, how the hell can that be? I don't know.
it's right next to China. Right
Yeah.
next to China.
Right next to Like, come on.
Population 97 million population. They had no deaths for the whole time up until 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
It's impossible. Yeah.
Right.
And Hong Kong had no deaths.
Um,
7.5
Right.
million.
Well, we
Yeah, they had no deaths up until like a couple of weeks ago or something.
It's insane.
we're at 3 hours and 31 minutes.
Oh,
So
you have to go
if
33 now.
you got, are you guys? I'm gonna give you guys whatever you guys want to say. Last words.
All good, mate.
Rick.
Appreciate it. Thanks,
No, just,
Stay
stay
safe.
safe, worship your Lord and Savior. Peace and love, people.
Yeah.
Talk to you later. Thanks for having me on, Patrick. See you
Yeah,
later,
sure.
man.
Yep, see you, mate. See you,
Yeah.
Patrick.
Thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it, and thank you to the chat. I just want you
Thanks,
guys, if you guys, anybody is in a position to help me out, my links are in the description. If you're not, please don't donate, because I know times are hard now. I only want the people who are in the position to be able to do that. So with that, thank you guys for coming in.
Much
guys,
love.
stay
Take it
vigilant.
easy.
Matt Pyman.
See you, mate.
Bye.